Got Talent. I will be at the Britain's Got Talent studio on Friday morning for Good Morning Britain. And so I've got to learn their names. Me got to learn their names. And that one's
Simon, Amanda.
And it's Alfie Bow, who's I don't think should make it to the final. Here's who's going to make it to the final tonight. The Wiggle and Wind Your Booty guy. The Fun Ton Tomato. The Zombie Girls. Futon. They'll get through because there's loads of them. The Gospel Choir will get through because there's loads of them. How many can go through? I've never actually seen this show before. I find it exploitative.
What? Is it just one? Or two? I reckon probably two.
Well, Lost Voice guy could win the series.
That boy's not going to get through though, is he?
No.
No, he asked could a comic win the series? He's not on tonight. No, he wasn't on tonight.
I think the impressionist might as well pack his bag.
I think he could. I think it's just the hardest thing to do. I mean, you're coming on singing a song, you've got, big sound behind you. One joke doesn't, you can just guess that. I mean, you know more than anybody.
Wiggle and wind your booty. Wiggle your body on my dicky. Wiggle and wind your booty.
Do you think we've heard the summer hit in 2018?
He's the new Chico.
In all honesty, I do spend my summer
Teeth.
wiggling and drinking.
It's their teeth, isn't it?
Oh, she's got false teeth in.
New teeth.
Although the Holden's got no teeth.
Simon, in all seriousness.
Oh, wiggle and wind your booty. No, I'm not growing a beard again. I'm just not going to shave.
I've grown a beard.
Cat's growing her beard.
We talked about this earlier. I would say there's 4 or 5 tonight. This is one of those evenings I genuinely can't call it. I literally can't.
I literally can't call it because my face will fall off.
See you in a few minutes.
Put them down.
Why don't you just give it a go?
Oh! She's got new hair.
Have a dream. You can make it happen.
Ow! My nipples! You saw that? Nipples.
I've given him a purple nurple.
Wiggle and wind your booty. Wiggle and wind your booty. Wiggle and wind your booty. That's all the dances, is that? Wiggle and wind your booty.
Lucy can't contort, but she did switch one man about. Lucy's got talent.
You switch sponsors Britain's Got Talent.
Yes. Plugin checked out? Did you? It's time for an upgrade. Introducing new Unstoppables plugins. They've got up to 50% more perfume for a feisty fresh that fills the air from here to there. So I can smell the freshness here, and here, and here, even here.
How does he do that?
Unstoppables fresh scent travels farther than I'm willing to walk today.
I hear you.
New Unstoppables plugins for a fresh too fabulous to quit.
Oh my god, that's JVS in about 20 years time.
Oh yeah. Periscopers, if you go, you can watch this on YouTube, which is a much friendlier environment. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Iain Lee, please subscribe. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. The next target is 10,000 subscribers. Can you help? youtube.com/Iain Lee. Thanks, guys. If you could do that, that'd be great. Still some tickets left for Sunday's show. Sunday in London. Ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. Katie Puckrick will be there. What's her face will be there, Thingy Bob. And you could be there if you buy a ticket. This is my new toy I got today. Yeah, we're just sorting out dates with Northern Ireland. This basically has lots of retro games. There's a Dreamcast game. Can't quite get it set up properly. I think there's a slight problem with it. So I need to sort it out. Sorting it out with the guys that made it. Should be like thousands of games that are in this game. This is what I'm reading at the moment. This is the revised edition. Book about Saturday Night Live. I read the original version about 9 years ago. It was the year Jackson died. And I was going to read it again, and I saw there was a revised version. And this is it. Bloody good book. Thoroughly recommend.
Anyway, you're probably thinking it worked out to no big discount. But you're with the right line, you're not to blame.
Scotland shows are on sale now. Edinburgh, Saturday the 1st of September. I don't know, I got it from Retro Pie Gaming or something. Saturday 1st September, we are at the Stand in Edinburgh. And Sunday the 2nd of September, Katherine and I will be at the Stand in Glasgow. Tickets are on sale. Here's the thing, they're massive venues, right? Big for us, like 200 seaters. And you guys begged us. Come here. You guys begged us to come to Scotland, so don't let us down, man. You please unmute me. You're not muted. What the fuck are you talking about, Scott? You're about to get muted. You might be muted on Twitter, I don't know. But anyone who asks to be unmuted or sends me begging emails saying you don't reply to me on Twitter, you just get blocked straight away, because honestly, it can't be asked. I don't think we will sell out Scotland, but thanks, Hazy. Got spots. That's where the dog attacked me. Yeah, got spots. I don't know what that is. Got a Tonight Show. We got Kirsten Ashby. The interview with Kirsten. She was the young lady that was set alight by an arsehole. And that's it. That's all we've got. Haven't got any papers. Not looked at the newspapers. I'm trying to create a bit of a vibe.
These acts are about to win a place in the final tonight. First of all, we'll look at our top 3 acts as voted for by you at home. Here we go. It's time to announce the results. In no particular order. Nick H. You
I'm not through.
are going home.
Unlucky, mate, says you're up being shit. That was harsh. Cop, the comedian. Staying. Might be.
In the top 3.
Only 2 go through. Wiggle and wind your fucking... You're not going through, mate. Because you look like a criminal of a sexual kind.
Going home.
Or is it him that's going home? Or is it Donald Trump?
What would Donald Trump sound like losing?
The opera man, you're going home.
Going home. Dolces Dickers.
You're in the final 3.
In the top 3.
Match.
Wiggle and wind your bloody booty. Wiggle and wind your booty. No, they won't.
Are going home.
The zombie kids go home, guys. It's outrageous. It'll be the choir that go through, because there's 30 of them.
Be Positive Choir, the featured act in our top 3 as voted for by the public. is...
The one magician or the 30-piece choir?
Be positive.
If I was that magician, I'd just go and disappear. Kath's doing magic tricks off camera. She's shoving an egg up her wedge.
I am not. Little wag.
She's back.
So don't you that's Callum Courtney and Be Positive Choir. You're on top 3 acts as voted for by the public.
Right, the Donchez Dorquez is going through.
Such as Dorcas.
First up, the winner.
Respect.
Oh, they're just building this kid up just to
going into the final on
set him
Sunday
down again.
is...
Be the choir, and Donchez will come second. Hey, he won! It's Chico time.
You are the winner of tonight's semi-final.
Oh, I'm speechless. Thank you.
You're coming back on Sunday to do it all again in the final. Anything you want to say to everybody at home who voted for you?
Just to say thank you very
How old's that kid? 10?
And I'm going to bring something new
About
to the
that, yeah.
table.
I think that's cruel to have him up there like that. I think that's cruel.
And now, we're going to bring you some
And he's
express.
autistic.
We're moving the story up. The winner of tonight's semi-final.
No, I think that's really unfair. If he loses, which he will, he'll be destroyed. I mean, you know, great experience and stuff, but I think that much pressure is unfair.
As ever, judges one vote each in the event of a tie.
Oh, they've got to vote for them, right? Jesus.
We'll start with you. Who do you want to see in the final?
Oh, surely it shouldn't be up to the judges, should it? Of course they're going to vote for him.
Is that racist?
Alicia, who would you like to see in the final on Sunday?
Be positive.
One vote each. Amanda, over to you. Who would you like to see come back on Sunday? Who's next week to come again?
Both acts were fantastic, but it's 70 years of the NHS. I'm going with Be Positive.
Oh,
Right.
they yes, it's
Well, Simon will pick the young lad because he can smell the dollars.
deadlock.
Simon, once again, it's
Deadlock
up to
holiday.
you. If you go for Be Positive,
I'm going to be honest with you. This is, as the guys
They're both shit.
choir who've got such a positive message about the NHS. You've got the most adorable.
NHS is big these days. Turning over a pretty penny.
This is the time, genuinely. I've got to throw it to the public. It's not fair. All I can say
Simon's pussying out.
Whoever doesn't make it through, I give you my word, we will be fighting to put you through to the final as a wild card. I give you my word on that.
I give you my word on that. I give you my word on that. I give you my word on that, master. He's double crossing his fingers, that lad, so he deserves to win. He's double crossed them, 2 fingers and 2 fingers on each hand. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck to you both. I can now reveal the act with
Just
the
do that.
most votes from the public going through to the final on Sunday is...
Dear Lord Jesus.
Callum Courtney.
What a squeeze.
Bullshit. Utter bullshit. Utter bullshit. When I meet that kid on Friday, of course, I'll be telling him congratulations, but what a swizz. I'm joking. Nice lad. Nice lad. Exciting moment for him. Evening. No Alan, no George tonight, please. Oh, it's CJ. Oh, it's CJ who's been unfollowed me on Twitter and all my fan accounts because apparently I've been rude to him by not replying to his tweets when, I don't know, I don't reply to anyone's tweets.
This is why I asked
1 minute.
You look a bit like CJ.
because, you know, he's more sensible with it.
He's more sensible.
Wiggle and wind and wind your booty. Oh well. Oh well.
Well, yeah, Brian Epstein, when for the Beatles, he said, "Oh, merchandise. No, we'll just take 10%. Forget that's nothing." They realised that was a big
shirt with the main character on it. People are like, who's that guy? Yeah. That guy, you know.
Action figures.
Well, I watched Peppa Pig the other day, and then now they do an actual Peppa Pig show where they buy the Peppa Pig dolls, and it's just a man's hand going on Peppa Pig.
30 seconds.
Road, and the kids love that.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest TV, and yet I can't believe it.
Listen, it's almost like we don't have 20 seconds to put the entire world to rights, but thanks, CJ, for phoning in.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you, bye.
Always a pleasure, never a chore.
That's what Cleveland likes.
Your tip.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everything. Tommy Boyd will be with you tomorrow from 7pm.
POV.
And we hand over now to Iain Lee in the Late Night Alternative. But from Ash and I, good night.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Pick up your phone and talk.
Not even sure. We'll get you talking.
Put it on cold, like.
Thanks, man.
Just how you like it.
You know, you put it on 22, you twat.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's not cold.
No, it was just on hot. Well, no. You want some San Francisco salmon?
I absolutely don't. I'm trying to.
Hello, mate, you're right.
Ship some timber.
Oh, yeah, you said.
Trying to put me full of gluten.
Trying to pump it full of gluten.
There's Oh, I've done the wrong lights, Katherine. Give me the other.
You want these on?
Off, but if you can switch these ones, please. Have fun. Ta-ra!
Have a good show, Bubbers.
I'll get stuffed.
Yeah, man,
Why
yeah.
you care?
Yeah.
You hate us and we hate you.
I listen sometimes. Knowledge.
Is it from a producer?
Yeah, ideas as well, yeah. Gambro.
That's it, these, and then switch these off. Come on, come on.
See you, Bubbers.
Cheers with this, ta-ta.
Section C3 is now available with 0% APR. Visit section.co.uk to find out more. Section UK is a credit broker, not a lender.
Yeah. Telly, can you check the fan is on?
PSA Finance UK Limited. 0% offer is only available on selected versions. Visit section.co.uk for more details.
Citroën.
Get your cricket fix this summer on Sky Sports Cricket with every England.
Could you get me those headphones over there? Turn them up to the max and buzz them over when you get a moment.
I surely can. Also, let me go and tell Sam where the audio is.
T20 match live. Yes. Plus, live cricket every month of the year, including the ICC World Cup, all for £18 a month.
We've had this conversation several times. I'm not having it.
Requires Sky TV subscription.
Mate,
31 days
if
notice to
you,
cancel further
I'm not.
Across the UK.
Just fuck off.
On DAB.
11, you dick.
On the Hour News headlines.
With the news at 10, I'm Carl Hartley. Belgian prosecutors are investigating how a prisoner on day release was able to kill 3 people in the city of Liège. The attacker, who'd been mentioned in security reports on radicalisation, killed 2 female police officers with their own guns. He then shot dead a 3rd person before taking a hostage in a local school. Dylan Donator works across the street.
I saw the suspect with 2 guns, and he walked down to the school. He screamed, Allah Akbar. So I was
version.
a little bit
They did it. Just released it today.
The FA is defending England forward Raheem Sterling, who's facing criticism after getting a tattoo of an assault rifle. On Instagram, the Manchester City player insisted it's part of a tribute to his dad, who was gunned down when he was a toddler. Former gang member Stefton Henry, a consultant at Gangs Line, claims Sterling's been unfairly criticised because he's black.
What it looks like is he's got a gun on his foot. Now, the first thing that I saw is, he shoots with that foot.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like a metaphor, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, that's my shooting foot. Yeah. Like, when I shoot a goal, it scores.
The former leader of the English Defence League has been jailed for 13 months for contempt of court. Tommy Robinson was imprisoned after using social media to broadcast details of a case that had reporting restrictions. The American TV show Roseanne has been cancelled after the star posted a racist tweet. ABC says her tweet, which likened a former African-American White House official to an ape, was repugnant. And Britain's biggest family is welcoming its 21st child. 42-year-old Sue Radford had her first when she was just 14. They spend around £300 a week on food. A warm night with more heavy and thundery rain for southern areas of England and Wales, drier elsewhere across the UK, with lows of 9.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
What's that one always gets
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moment wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you.
I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Fuck! Fucking idiot! You're gonna kill me, you twat! Wow. You're gonna kill me! So Weezer, the pop group, the American pop group, the rockers, the rock and rollers, the popsters, the singers, the musicians, the group, the Buddy Holly fanatics, the people that had a hit, then split up so they could go back to college to study, then got back together again. Listen to this show. They listen to this show. And we have official confirmation. So hello, Weezers. They listen to this show. I'd like to start a Weezer tribute band, but we do slightly camp, fey, small versions of their songs.
We'll call ourselves teasers.
Incorrect answer.
Oh.
Tweezers would be a little bit twee.
Okay.
There we go. It's better than yours because I'm the brains of this organisation.
Well,
anyway, they listen to this show, guys, and we know that for a fact. Not because we've had official direct communication with the pop group Weezer themselves, but because today, Weezer dropped Africa. It was their turn to look after it. Thanks very much. No, they released a version of Africa, and they must have been listening last night and gone, geez, the zeitgeist. This guy has got his finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist, and we really need to get a piece of this pizza pie. So they recorded it in a record session of, it took 4.5 minutes to record. And they released it today, and they dedicated it to the Late Night Alternative with myself and this lady here, Katherine Boyle.
Me.
There we go. And you can listen to us weeknights from 10 on the usual.
You know that because you're listening now.
Well, yeah, exactly. And if you're not listening, you can kiss my chuddies. So, Roseanne. They did a song called Roseanne.
Rosanna.
Toto.
Yeah. Rosanna.
Get me a list of every song Toto's ever done. I'm wondering...
I'm on it, boss.
I'm wondering if they are the soothsayers that this generation has been lacking. Are Toto this generation's Nostradamus? Let's find out. Let's put this to the test.
Do you want all their songs or the top 10?
Let's start with the top 10.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see if it ties in with what's going... Toto, Zeitgeist. Did they do an album called Zeitgeist?
Africa, number 1.
Yep, we've done... Well, okay, Weezer have done Africa.
Hold the line. Love isn't always
Hang on
time.
Hang on. Tom? Tom?
Hello.
Could you hold the line?
I can.
It's unbelievable!
Rosanna.
She's got the sack from television for being a massive racist.
Stop loving you. Don't know it.
Well, I'm getting divorced.
I'll be over you. You were just over me then until I pushed you off the desk.
If you weren't watching on YouTube, you missed a very sexy time dance.
Make believe.
Make believe that you're a decent producer. God!
Stranger in town, which is what it's going to be like when I next see you across the street.
Oh.
I won't hold you back. I wish you wouldn't. I'll supply the love. Wow.
Wowzers. In the post-Me Too generation, it's not good to say those things.
No. Only the children again, no.
So, Roseanne Barr said that someone from the Obama administration, I don't know who, looked like a cross between I get this slightly wrong, the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. It was a black person, I believe. She called someone a Nazi, which always goes down well, and a black person in the Obama administration, a person of colour, as they would say over there and over here sometimes, was a cross between someone from the Muslim... Is it the Muslim Brotherhood? Is that what they're called? Yeah. The bow tie dudes?
No.
That's the Nation of Islam. No, it wasn't that. Muslim... She said... Have a look, see
Let's find out exactly what she said,
so
you don't stumble into yet another race row.
Oops. That's a great idea for a Viz cartoon. Iain, the inadvertent racist. The accidental racist. And here's the thing. And so the TV series Roseanne, which got huge viewing figures, and it came back, obviously, and it's getting like 25 million viewers, has been dropped instantly. And the girl that plays Roseanne's daughter...
Darlene.
...is furious! She's furious.
Let's see what she said. About Valerie Jarrett, an Obama advisor between 2009 and 2017. She said Jarrett looks as if the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby.
Wow.
Oh.
Wowzers. That's
She's apologised for making a bad joke.
Yeah.
Thinking a bad thing and saying it.
The thing is, she is... there is a medical term. I don't want to make light of it, because there is a medical term for what Roseanne has or is. She's nutty McNutnuts. Completely and utterly nutty McNutnuts. And she's often on Twitter supporting Trump, being quite right-wing, and being nuts. But I hadn't seen the downright racism of her. I never liked the show anyway, but that's a crazy way to go.
I hoped at the beginning, the pro-Trump thing was a joke. I thought she was going to flip it round, because sometimes that show could be quite thoughtful.
Yeah.
Not today.
No. Here's a question, genuine question, and Tom and Ray will come to you in a bit. Genuine question. Could they do Roseanne without Roseanne? I think they could.
Yeah, probably.
I think they could, because it's a strong... I don't like the show, but it's a strong cast. John Goodman as the head of the family. I mean, John Goodman is just... He's such a good actor. He is name one bad film that John Goodman has done. Don't say King Ralph, because that's a great film. That is a great film. And even mediocre films... Here we go, here's tonight's phone in. 0344 499 1000. Can you name an actor, please, who, even if they appear in mediocre material, lift it to, at the very least, okay material? John Goodman. John Goodman always does, and Nick Nolte. Because there's a sense of danger about them. There's a sense of danger about Nolte. But just John Goodman is so damn good, man.
Hey.
You should be watching this show on YouTube, by the way, because there's lots of comic asides.
Robert Redford. Yeah.
What's he been in that's been mediocre?
He was in the new Pete's Dragon and he made it good.
Okay, I'll give you that. Because this is the new me.
Oh.
This is the new me. When
did that happen? Because it didn't happen 10 minutes ago.
That's when someone made an Ofcom complaint last week that might get upheld. That's when it happened, and I hope that Ofcom get to hear the tape of me learning from my mistakes and being contrite. I completely disagree with you, and I think you've just said something really dumb. But you know what? Because new me is going to go, look, fair play, Catherine. That's your opinion, and like an arsehole, everyone has an opinion. And I don't want to inspect arseholes and tear them apart.
Oh, God.
So I'm not going to inspect your opinion and tear that apart.
Wow, 13 minutes in.
I'm just going to, like I'm leaving your arsehole.
Stop it.
Stop
it.
I'm going
It.
to leave
Stop.
your opinion to fester.
God.
It stinks, but it's not my job to wipe it.
You're the one who has to keep taking yours to the doctor.
I have not...
It's got unsightly growths on it.
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow about my numb fingers.
You're going to get your bum looked at while you're there?
Might as
I
well.
think there might be a connection.
And by the way, tonight's laughter is being supplied by Phyllis from Coronation Street.
Oh, perfect.
0344 499 1000. We've got an interesting show tonight. After 11, we're going to play the interview with Kirsten Ashby, who we've spoken about quite a bit on this show. She is the young lady who was brutally attacked by an absolute scumbag of a human being and set alight. This is her first ever interview. Her parents have spoken to some of the press, I think maybe a couple of papers. And of course, what happens now is you speak to one paper and all the other papers are now allowed to steal that interview and put it in their papers. But Kirsten hasn't spoken to anybody. And I'm not saying that in a listen to us, we've got her first kind of way. I'm saying that this is kind of what is cool about this show is that she trusted us enough to come and talk to us. And you won't have heard it. So it's not me, trying to go, hey guys, listen to... You won't have heard her story told by her. And it is remarkable, okay? It is quite upsetting. We don't dwell on the attack. It was horrific, and we talk about it, but we don't dwell on it. But some of you may find it upsetting. Some of you may find it triggering, and we're going to do it after 11, and we'll introduce it and give you time to switch off. And if you're worried that it might be a little bit too upsetting, but the main thrust of the interview is hope. That's the main thrust of it. It's hope. It's about family. It's about love. And it's, I just find her such an inspiring young woman, such an inspiring person. When you hear why she didn't flee from the situation, when you hear her telling this story, and there's no, I'm sure she has her moments, but there was certainly no, no why me. There was none of that. And I mean, of course she has her moments. She's been disfigured and is in a lot of pain. And but she tells the story incredibly well. And you get to hear her parents, who are immensely proud of her. And they're just a wonderful family. And there's also a Just Giving page. She's not doing this to plug the Just Giving page, but I will tweet it a couple of times throughout the show and put it on my Facebook page, just because they're hoping to move away from the area. And, she is going to need treatment and all kinds of stuff for years and years to come. And she's got a kid, so I'll put that out there. And if you want to pop a couple of quid in the hat, you'd be very welcome to, but that's not what it's about. So we've got that after 11. And I deliberately tonight have not brought in any newspapers. I've not looked at any newspapers. I've been playing around with a fiddly kind of retro game device that I can't quite get to work. But when it does work, Dreamcast on a handheld, PlayStation on a handheld. I was playing Mario 64 on the handheld. Oh, mate. So I've got nothing for tonight. Got nothing. Got a blank piece of paper. So call in with anything you want. 0344 499 1000. The only thing we've got so far to talk about really is actors that can raise a mediocre film to something decent. We've got Tom, we've got Ray, we've got Alistair, we've got Tony. They're all blokes. So I don't know if any women would like to phone us up. Catherine, could you put out a call to womankind? 0344 499 1000.
Talk Radio.
Intelligent. Start to the show.
Talk Radio. We'll get you talking. Countdown to Brexit on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times. The clock is ticking as the UK...
Listen to the No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer tomorrow morning from 6:30, when she'll be joined by Times journalists to discuss the latest Brexit developments. Don't just be informed, be well informed with debate, analysis and opinion from right across the political spectrum. Countdown to Brexit with Julia Hartley-Brewer, weekday mornings from 6:30 on Talk Radio with the Times.
Feeling sleepy. On the bus home. Feet sore from dancing. Just me and Della. All quiet now. Peaceful. Our stop. Step out into the silence. Just our footsteps. Every shutter down. Traffic lights directing no one. Familiar glow. Step into the warmth. Big Mac and fries.
Over 600 McDonald's open 24 hours. We are awake.
There are good offers, and then there are ultra good offers. And now, whether you're an existing or new Sky TV customer, you can get LG's latest 43-inch Ultra HD TV for just £249. That's even better than half price. All when you get the full Sky Q experience for £32 a month. Be ultra quick though. This offer ends on May 31st. Search Sky Q. £20 setup, kit loan at no cost. New 18-month contract requires Sky Q, 2TB box, Sky TV and Sky Q multiscreen.
The Talk Big Broadband sale is now even bigger. Our unlimited broadband is now just $18.95 a month, including line rental for 24 months.
Push me off.
With no broadband
You would be
mid-contract
thrown out
price
of the
rises
sex club for
guaranteed.
that,
The price
laptop
you
club.
see is the price you
Wasn't
pay
it a laptop
every
club?
single
Was it
month.
work?
No other
Did
major
not
provider can
come
promise
into an
this.
establishment
That's
where I
why
expected
we've been
to have someone
voted
drink with
Uswitch
them
Best
alone.
Broadband
you're in
TV
Talk
and
Radio.
Phone Provider
James Whale works
2018. Current offer ends 31st of May.
A lot of comic asides to the camera tonight, guys. I'm going to play to the camera. This show's for you guys, not for the losers listening at home.
£9.95 delivery
You were
charge.
rotten to me the other day.
Our
No,
estate
they're still
agents
arseholes.
revolting.
At eMove, we are really revolting. We're revolting and revolutionising to create an easier and fairer way to sell your home. We're calling it an e-movement, combining the benefits and savings of online with real dedicated property experts at every step of your sale. Revolt with us. Join the e-movement. Visit emove.co.uk. Rated the UK's #1 hybrid estate agent on all agents.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
So we're about to go to Tom, who's we asked if he would hold for me. I think that was the. He's gone.
Oh,
What a
Tom.
what a slacker! What a slacker! Let's go to Tony instead. Good evening, Tony.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Tony.
What a slacker he was.
Wasn't he a slacker?
He was.
Yes, he was. Still, this coal's packed with energy and vitality. So that's good.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure whether to ask how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. God, okay, good. But I was wondering about your numb fingers,
Yes.
because I've experienced the same thing,
Okay.
which is predominantly produced by anxiety.
What?
Which in the back muscles in your back, it actually affects the tingling in your fingers.
Okay. So hang on. When you get anxious, you get tingly fingers.
No, it's more anxiety. It builds up, and then it produces a knot in your shoulder, which is actually affects tingling in the ends of your fingers.
Okay, that's not what.
I thought it might just
It's not.
help you.
Well, thank you. My GP will help me tomorrow as well. No, actually, Catherine, cancel the GP appointment. Tony sorted it. No, do you know what? It's not that. It's not that. I know exactly what it is, right? I know exactly how it's happened. It's not carpal tunnel. It's the other one, right? But I tell you what it is. Because this place I'm staying in, I don't. There's only one chair. It's like an office chair, and I don't really use it. So what I tend to do is I do everything on the bed. And so I lie on the bed. And I lean on my left-hand side, and I'll play video games like that. What's that look for?
Nothing.
I play video games like that. I'll be surfing the net like that. I watch dirty movies, and I pleasure myself like that. But what it means is I could be in that position for hours.
Yeah. Till your arm goes numb.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's your peripheral nerve.
So basically...
I've had that in my leg where...
Oh, have you?
If you sit on the computer, or say you cross your legs too long, on the right-hand side of your leg, you've got a peripheral nerve.
Right.
And I got drop foot from that because I was sat too long working.
You got drop foot? What the hell is drop foot?
Drop foot is slap foot.
Hang on. Whoa! All right, dude, no need for that language. Okay, well, what is slack foot?
Slap.
Ah, okay. I'll try again. What is slap foot?
Slap foot.
Isn't that an album by James Taylor?
I wish it was. No, at the time I had it. It was where when you walk, your foot slaps, and you can't help it because your peripheral nerve and your leg has been trapped.
Wow.
So that is what you could have done in your arm.
Okay. Well, I've had it for 65 days, 62 days, 60 days. I've had it for over 2 months. So it's not great. And Rebecca, hang on, Rebecca.
With you, Ian.
Yeah, go on.
You go to the doctor.
Yeah.
See what he says and see if what I've said tonight or anything that I've said tonight may be right.
It isn't. It guarantees.
No.
It isn't.
I'll phone you back in 3. You know.
But I know exactly what it is. I've told you. I know exactly what. I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
And why it's happened. And it's this is what I tell you. It's the ulnar nerve. You've got carpal tunnel, and you've got the ulnar nerve, right? And so carpal tunnel affects the thumb, Peter Pointer, the bird, and the left-hand side as you look at the palm of the ring finger. The ulnar nerve is the little finger and the right-hand side of the ring finger. And it's a finger and a half. It's just enough to give your kids a treat. A finger and a half is just enough until it's time to eat. It's full of Cadbury's goodness and very small and sweet. Oh, a finger and a half is just enough to give your kids a treat. Steady. So, okay.
It's a nerve I've not heard of. So
okay,
we were on the nerves anyway.
You're getting on my. Thank you for that, Tony.
Thank you, Ian.
Ta-ta. Weird.
I think it was supposed to be helpful.
Okay, let's go.
And the heart was in the right place from what I could diagnose.
He probably didn't know where the heart is. Good evening, Dale.
Hello.
Hello, Dale.
Hello, sir.
Hello there.
Yeah, Ian, you like Toto, yeah?
I like Africa by Toto, yeah.
And you said that it was nearly the perfect song.
No, I didn't say that.
The other night you did.
No, I didn't say... No. I said it is the perfect song. Hang on, let's try something. Hang on, just wait there, Dale. Catherine, name a song better than Africa by Toto.
A song I wrote on iTunes.
Sorry? Dale's throwing in a song that he's written on iTunes.
Don't be silly. No.
You can't do it, can you? Sam, come on. This will be good. He likes Nickelback, this lad. Hello, mate. Hang on a minute, Dale, please. This is important. We're conducting scientific research. Sam, could you name a song better than Africa by Toto? It's impossible.
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
0344 499 1000. Dale, you mentioned that you had a song on iTunes.
Yeah, I've just put one on. It's the first time in my life, and it's called Sail Away Dale.
Wowzers.
I'm feeling a yes word or an S word coming on.
Okay, well, let me just see. Let's get iTunes. Let me boot iTunes up, and we'll. Is your name really Dale?
Yes.
How do you spell it?
D-A-L-E.
What year were you born?
3rd of the 5th, 62.
Okay. Ooh, you got a young man's voice. Sail away. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Dale Dennis.
Sorry?
Dennis, D-E-N-N-I-S. Sail Away Dale.
Right, are you just spelling names that begin with D now?
His name is Dale Dennis.
Oh, right. Sail away.
Les Dennis.
Sail away Dale. Hang on a minute. Catherine, you talk to him while I compute. You talk to him.
So tell me about the motivation behind this song. Where did the inspiration come from?
I wrote it. I was a piano.
It was a piano?
I wasn't piano. I was in Scandinavia, I think, and I wrote it one afternoon, bored, and I didn't play it. I didn't ever sing it until I was drunk in Holland one night.
Sounds like a good time.
And I said to my friends, "Oh, this is a song I wrote." And
could they believe it?
Like it.
Right.
Well, do you know what? I'm putting 79 pence in your pocket. I think iTunes take about 35 of that pence. And I'm downloading it. And we're going to play it. We do a little game here, Dale.
Yeah.
Called the yes word or the S word. Are you aware of that game?
Yes.
So basically, we play a song by a listener. We normally do it after midnight, but maybe we'll do it now. We play a song by a listener, and people call in 0344 499 1000. We take the call straight to air, and they tell us if they think if the song is a yes word, i.e. a hit, or the S word. You know what the S word stands for.
Sail Away Dale.
Okay. I think we found our new Noel Taylor.
Another whiskey, Ian.
So, all right. Well, you stay there, Dale. We're going to start playing the song, and then we're going to take calls straight to air, and people will just... And by the way, can I just say to the people again, it's a real impassioned plea. The reason we haven't done yes word or S...
Sorry.
The reason we haven't done the yes word or the S word for a while is because we got in a lot of trouble last time, because a lot of people phoned up and actually said SH1T. They said the swear word. So please... No swearing at all, guys. It's so close to getting this show taken off the air, so please, I'm begging you, please. Right, Dale, you stay there. We'll come back to you afterwards. 0344 499 1000. The yes word or the S word, here's Sail Away Dale. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Ray. Ray, is this an S word or a yes word?
It's very Leon Roliat.
Okay, that's faint praise. Line 1, yes word or S word? Oh, don't please. We said no swearing, guys, please. Goodness. Line 3, yes word or S word?
Oh my God, this is so crap.
Thank you very much indeed. Line 4, yes word or S word?
Oh, Ian, you've finally reached the top of Shite Hill with this one.
Will you watch the language? Watch the language, guys. Please, can we just watch the language? Line 5, yes word or S word?
SH1T.
Okay, thank you. Line 6, yes word or S word?
Hello, mate. S word for Greg Smith.
Okay, I'm enjoying this. Line 6, yes word or S word?
Is that brap or crap?
Okay, thank you. That's I think everyone's being very harsh. I quite like this. Line 1, yes word or S word?
Ooh, S.
Why? I think it's quite good.
Oh.
Okay. Line 4, yes word or S word?
He's got nothing on Bob Marley.
Okay, he's got nothing on Bob Marley. Okay. Sail away, sail away. What do you think to Sail Away Dale by Dale Dennis, line 1?
Yes word.
The yes word?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, well done. Hello, line 1, yes word or S word?
It sounds like a really bad TV show theme for a kids' show. It's a massive S from me.
Oh, mate, let's try line 3. Line 3, yes word or S word?
S word, mate.
That's a bit harsh. Line 1, yes word or S word? Will you stop? Yeah. No. Line 4, yes word or S word?
555H1T.
Okay, well that's a little bit harsh, but those are the judges. Hang on a second. Line 1, yes word or S word?
Oh, it's absolutely rubbish. I mean, bring back Chad and Dave.
Look who's calling. Thank you. The harsh. We'll go to Dale. I mean, okay. Here's the upside. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very catchy, very sing-along. Oh, sail away, Dale, oh, sail away. I thought it was great.
You've got to find yourself another sunny day.
Oh, it's a great, is that the first song you've ever written?
It was one of the first, yeah. I've written better.
Well, please don't take it. I'm
not.
Good. In that case, good. Put more out, man. Seriously, I enjoyed that. I thought it was well produced, and I think you should do more.
All right. There's a little story about me. I am no one from nowhere. No, actually, Ian, how can I get an album that I wrote to you?
Well, you can. What do you mean? You can email it to me or post it to me.
Can I post it to you?
You can post it to me. Certainly, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you listen to it?
That I cannot guarantee.
Okay.
But I might. But do you know what? Because I don't listen to the tosh that gets sent to me normally. But because it's you, Dale. Do you know what? Yeah. And maybe we'll play a track each night.
That would be good.
All right, man.
It's going to be called Nocturnal.
Yes.
And I wrote all 10 songs.
Good for you. The song, if you want to buy it, guys, is Sail Away Dale by Dale Dennis, and it's on iTunes now. It's only 79 pence.
You're a good guy. Thank you very much, Ian.
You're a good guy, Dale. Thank you, brother. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I don't want to discourage people from being creative. I genuinely quite enjoyed that. I thought it was a very, sail away, Dale, sail away, sail away. Got to find another sunny day, sail away.
If I could be a little constructive with my criticism.
Yes. You heard it when you were out there talking to
Of course
Sam,
I did,
you?
yeah, I'm always
Okay.
on.
Okay.
I think putting your own name in a song is risky, as it will limit the appeal.
Here we go. Songs
Where you're talking to yourself.
Well, you've got songs that have got your own name in, or a name of a member of the band.
Okay.
Right. There's a famous.
The Manfreds.
No, not bands. Not bands. Actual band members.
Okay.
Beatles did it a few times.
All right. So Creek Alley, is it called?
Creek Alley, yeah, definitely by the Mamas and Papas. The Beatles did it a few times. Here's another clue for you all. The Walrus was Paul. They did that a few times. There's a great one, right? The Beach Boys, troubled with mental illness and drug addiction. And for many, many years, about 6-7 years, they pretended to get record contracts. They pretended that Brian Wilson was still an active member of the band, when actually he wasn't. It's an oversimplification, but... And then on their 15th anniversary, 1976, I guess it was, they released an album called 15 Big Ones. And it was the first album supposedly produced by Brian Wilson in 10 years. It was 9 years. And so they wrote a song called Brian's Back. Have listened to this. This is mental illness.
Was he in bed?
He got out of bed for that. But he got out of bed for that. I mean, I love that song, Brian is Back. No one else does. Let's go to Ray. Good evening, Raymondo.
Good evening. On that very topic, Queen, they did The Invisible Man, which names all the members.
Oh, it does, yeah. And The Invisible Man. That's my favourite song by Queen.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a great song, that.
And on the subject of Toto, one of their songs ended up in a dance record.
Prove it.
I'll play you a bit. That song.
Oh, yeah.
Originally called I Won't Hold You Back.
Oh. Well, I don't...
I won't hold your back, or I won't hold you back.
You back.
Right.
Kath's going for the cheap laughs tonight.
It was only a minor hit in 83.
Yeah, those minor hits in 83. They get me horny.
Oh, my God.
What was that song? You remember there was a song that went, I'm horny, 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 horny.
Moose Tea.
I'm horny, horny, horny. And that was in the charts.
I heard it on the radio the other night.
That was in the charts.
They've taken the bit off that goes, I'm horny all night long. I'm hot all night long. Gosh, that's not a sustainable lifestyle, is it?
No, it isn't, but some people suffer from that. And for that I say, make sure you buy the double packs of batteries. It really is a filthy... And kids would be going along saying, I'm horny, 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 horny.
And the other one that upset people was Sex on the Beach, around the same time.
I want to have sex on the beach.
Very popular cocktail.
I couldn't...
And no, before you ask, no.
No. What other explicitly sexy songs are there about actually doing it?
Oh, I want to sex you up. Colour me bad.
Okay. All of them are about sex. As my boy said the other day, Daddy, why are so many songs about love? And I said, because it's the most powerful, joyful, creative and destructive force in the world. Never fall in love, guys. It will only bring you to your knees. Daddy is in a bedsit because of the L word. So that's my advice to my children. I don't know how appropriate it is. We'll find out in about 40 years' time when I'm dead and they're paying therapists. Raymondo, thank you very much indeed. 03444991000. We got Sam. We got Alistair. We got... What's that song? We got...
A little bit of Monica in my...
No.
What?
We got...
Go on.
Do you know what I'm trying to sing, Sam?
Take another run up.
We got... What am I trying to sing, dear listener? We got... Oh, God, well, that's the next 20 minutes sorted.
Across the UK.
What a show!
We got Dr. Memory Loss.
We are
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
With the World Cup almost here, Red Driving School wants you. Red has just won the National Driving School Award 2018, and we're offering a special deal to join our team. There's never been a better time to pull on your instructing boots, as demand for driving lessons is rising. Instructor earnings are increasing. It's an open goal. Imagine first-rate training and support through to full qualification. Then work the hours you want, when you want. Come on, there's room on the Red team sheet for you. For details, visit reddrivingschool.com.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Bye, Dad. I'm taking the car.
Hold on, just wait there.
What? But that's our garage.
What's your name?
I just want to get my dad's car out of the garage.
Your name?
Annabelle.
Annabelle. No, your name's not down. You're not coming in.
Who says?
The management.
Who says?
Parents.
Dad!
Esso Synergy Supreme Plus fuels. Our best ever protection for your engine. Perfect for people who care about their car as much as we do. Claims based on current versus previous Esso Synergy Supreme Plus formulation. See esso.co.uk for details.
A tough and overgrown lawn never gets in the way of the McCulloch man when there's a match on. Like a powerful striker with his McCulloch lawnmower. He has the power to get the job done, cutting the lawn down to size well before the pre-match build-up, leaving it looking good enough to host the Cup final. Get your McCulloch lawnmower and other garden power tools at good DIY stores nationwide or at McCulloch.com. McCulloch, the power to get the job done.
1 2 1 2. Music's always best when it's live. Same as Sky Vegas bonus time. And that baby's live right now.
Between 9 and 11 every night, our unmissable bonus game is guaranteed to trigger in Sky Vegas bonus time. Only at Sky Vegas. Unexpected more. 18 plus ends 3rd of July. Customers must be playing when bonus games randomly triggered. Minimum 20p stake. Free spins must be claimed and used by midnight. Eligibility restrictions and further T's and C's apply. BeGambleAware.org. When fun stops, stop.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Weekends with Penny Smith.
On Talk Radio.
I'm Penny Smith. Join me on Talk Radio for the perfect weekend breakfast. I'm going to be reviewing the papers, taking a look at all the best new film, book and theatre releases, and I'm going to be chatting to a whole host of celebrity guests live in the studio.
Weekends with Penny Smith. Saturday and Sunday morning from 7.
On Talk Radio, we'll get you talking.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
Let me read a tweet and an email. So don't often read them. Tony's texted. Iain, it's Tony from before. I spoke to Iain the other night on air. We are both going through divorce. I've been drinking. Well, I haven't. And
we know.
And here's an email. So, middle class. This is about you.
Oh, good.
Middle class, far left, anti-imperialist Kathy Boyle,
Right.
who, like her sidekick Iain Lee, preaches diversity, multiculturalism, etc. every night.
And not being a dick.
Let slip last night that she lives in a nice white little village.
Did I?
In the rural countryside. Huh.
No, I didn't.
Why do you middle-class media lefties like you never chose to live in Tower Hamlets, Hackney or Southall to enrich yourself with diversity? Hypocrite. I live on the Farnham Road in Slough. I share a flat with some Polish, some Chinese. I don't share a flat. I share a block of flats with some Polish, some Chinese, and some Asian people. So, wrong, racist.
I live in a really shitty town in mid-Bedfordshire, which only has a...
Hang on, inside each other? Listen, we're assuming it's a heteronormative relationship. I understand how he could be inside her. She wearing...
70s were a crazy time.
Wow. Okay, let's continue. Whoa, hang on. What did she just say? Let's just, Will you come inside?
We have a look first.
Well, let's, I think the only call that can follow that is Sandra. Good evening, Sandra.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very, very well. Tony's angry. Ian's rude. Kath is right. I thought Ian understood mental health. That's from Tony, the guy
I was
who's...
the one that said we could tell you've been drinking, Tony.
Yeah, that's the guy who's been drinking.
So I'm the one that's been rude.
Tony, call...
The two go hand in hand, unfortunately.
Innit?
You know, especially with things where people are psychotic. Drink can take...
Yeah.
You know, the psychosis away for a short time, unfortunately.
Tony, give us a call, mate, because I've got no idea what you're banging on about, dude, and we don't really do texts, so jog on. Anyway, Sandra, good evening, good evening, good evening. What do you have for us? What can we buy from Sandra's stall tonight?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming to Scotland. We got our tickets.
Hey! Hey, which one are you coming to?
Glasgow, of course.
Of course. For those who don't know, Catherine and I, it's Saturday, September the 1st, we're in Edinburgh at the Stand, and Sunday, September the 2nd, we are in Glasgow, and I'm thinking as well, on one of those days, we might see, probably the Saturday actually, sorry Glasgow, well, just because we'll probably go up to the Glasgow on the Friday, do the radio show there Friday night, and then be there Saturday. But Saturday mid-morning, if we can be bothered, we might organise a little game of tag.
Oh, good.
We might organise a little game of tag in Edinburgh, because we do it in London. We've done it in London a couple of times, and maybe we'll do it in Edinburgh as well.
But everyone always catches me. I'm no good at running.
Remember the first one? You came in like sports gear. You're the worst there. Well, it was embarrassing. I felt so sorry for you then.
You should play tag in Glasgow. Go on, play.
Well, I'll have a look, but I know that because we're doing the show Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
In Edinburgh, and I guess we'll stay in Edinburgh Saturday night. I don't know. We'll have a look. But the answer is probably no.
Well, anyway, there will be loads of people coming to give you a good Glasgow welcome. You can't beat a good Glasgow.
Oh, I love it. I love Glasgow. I worked there for ages, and I love it. I love it. And I cannot. I'm sorry it's taken so long for us to organise it, but you know.
Oh no! Thank you very much for coming. So I'm Gallus Girl on Twitter, so I retweeted it today, and I'll keep retweeting and get more people to come.
Hey, who are you on Twitter?
Gallus Girl.
Dallas Girl.
Yes.
Let me have a little look here to see if I might have muted you.
God.
You check. Hang on, Dallas Girl. You check in for a reason. What's up? Your location says. Well, the location of Dallas Girl says CHD with the bitches. That can't be you.
That doesn't sound like you.
No. Gallus. GALLUSGIRL.
Gallus.
She said
Gallus.
It does sound like Dallas.
I wonder if we
Dallas.
can. I wonder if we
Yeah,
can.
I'm Dallas.
I wonder if we can block her from coming. There you are. You're wearing a hat.
No.
Proud member of the SSP.
Yes, that's me.
And carer to your boys.
Pardon?
Carer to your boys. There we go. Beautiful.
Autism. That's me.
There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Well, Sandra, Catherine and I will discuss whether we want you in the audience. Hey, no, listen, we're teasing. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And for all the shows we do, we stick around afterwards. If people want pictures and, want to have a chat, we stick around for a bit afterwards. So make sure you come and say hello.
That's great. Well, take care.
Thank you, Sandra.
Bye.
Ta-ta, bye-bye. There we go. That's nice. People are coming. So Saturday, 1st September, Edinburgh at the Stand. Sunday, the 2nd of September, Glasgow at the Stand. They're early shows, so it's like sort of 4 till 6, maybe 5 till 7, one of them, I don't know. And come, they're big venues, man. And loads of people have been saying for ages, you must come to Scotland. So let's hope that, because loads of people were saying for ages, you must come to Newcastle, and we did, and only 38 people turned up in a room that holds 140.
But those people sent a lot of tweets.
Yeah, man. Let's go to Sam. Good evening, Sam.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
I'm okay. What you got for us?
Well, I've been listening to the podcast on your show quite a lot.
Oh, no.
And sort of backdates, so I don't get to catch up with it daily.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry.
And I've just really sort of, because in my line of work, I work in accounts payable. I make a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
And you sort of get like these kind of strange phone relationship, friendship kind of things going on with various people.
Yeah.
And I just think, it sort of occurred to me today, that's your job. And do you find that ever, like, kind of weirdly emotionally draining at all?
Yeah, I do. Now, funny you asked that, Sam. I didn't, right? But last week on Friday, Thursday night and Friday night, I lost my temper, right? And it's partly because I worked out because I was packing up, because I'm moving out of my marital home. I moved out ages ago, but I was packing stuff. And actually I found...
the CDs.
Yeah, the CDs, and you find pictures and cards and things. And actually I found it more emotionally draining than I thought. So I lost my temper a bit. But, it's really made me think, and I was going to address this, but I didn't want to. I'm going through a lot of stuff at the moment with the divorce and buying a house and coming off my meds and, you know, my recovery and all of this stuff, right? And I've really found the last month, 2 months of people phoning up and sharing their stuff that's going on with them. I've actually found it really hard work to deal with it. Do you know what I mean, Catherine?
It's not necessarily I mean, just the sharing thing, it's quite... I think mostly we feel honoured that people trust us.
Yeah. I'm not telling people not to do this.
It's when then it's kind of almost put over on us that we have a responsibility for people.
It's not quite that. It is, and I don't want people to think they can't phone up and share their stuff, because I'm really glad that we've got a platform where people can phone up and say, I feel suicidal, I can't afford food, whatever. Right, I'm really grateful for that. But I just find it... I found it a lot to take on, people sharing that stuff with me quite a lot, and actually I found it detrimental to my mental health to a certain extent. So I need to work out how I'm going to deal with that to remain healthy while I'm going through this particularly stressful period that's driving me nuts. So yes, I do. So I'm assuming that you do as well to a certain extent, Stan.
I think I've always been a kind of person who has my heart on my sleeve a little bit. And I think, because what it is, I listened today to that, was it the woman Lassie who couldn't afford food?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, and also, was it Wasim who kept on saying he wasn't going to call you back, and he kept calling you back?
Wasim's on the switchboard now, so yeah. Wasim and I we've made peace. So
again, I listened to both of those today, the one where Wasim spoke about when he left his job and he was struggling. And I heard from when he was really aggressive to you to when you sort of tried to reach out to him.
Yeah.
And I've just really seen how actually you've handled some tricky situations really well. And I just wanted to say, mate, I think you've got proper integrity.
Wow.
I've really grown to like you as a person, and I can understand how emotionally draining it must be, just from my small experience, let alone this being your job with all the stuff you're dealing with. And I just wanted to say, thank you for entertaining me, making me laugh, and sometimes almost making me cry with all the amazing things I've heard, especially...
Almost, we've failed. Sam, that's a really lovely thing to say. And it's particularly touching because I've been trying to think for the last week or so how I bring up this subject of me saying, actually, I'm struggling a bit with people sharing their stuff with me. So you brought it up in a completely spontaneous way, and I'm terrible at taking compliments, but you know what? I'm gonna completely take on board what you've said. And it's come at just the right time.
You deserve it, mate.
Thank you.
You deserve it. And yeah, just thank you very much. I don't know why you're thanking me. You give me so much entertainment when I'm paying invoices at work and bored out my brains.
Could you send me? We're thinking of asking of creating a platinum level membership for the best fans, and I think you might fit into that, Sam. And for that, you would jump to the front of the queue if you ever called in. You'd be on an email mailing list, and all it would cost you was if you could set up a direct debit for £25 a month, made payable to me. You could become part of the platinum listeners.
That is a deal, mate.
Would you be up for that? This guy's
I'm
great.
well up for it, mate.
Sam, we'll send you the payment details. Hey, you're a good sport, man. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much.
Cheers with this, ta-ta. I really think that's the way forward. We set up a platinum.
But then, if they can I just?
Yes, just turn the microphones off. Yeah.
If they're paying extra though,
Yeah.
then they're allowed to put their stuff on you, aren't they?
Oh God, no. The thing is, here's the genius thing of it, right? They won't actually get anything different.
Oh,
but,
right.
but we'll
They'll feel
just
special.
We'll just write on their name, sucker, sucker that pays money.
I'll make certificates.
Yeah. And they come on, go, oh, well done, you pay us £25 a month. It's great, you're our favourite. I couldn't give a stuff.
Shall I do the usual thing as well, and I'll do the autographs, so you don't have to bother.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but it's the future is definitely subscriptions. Alistair, Wasim, stay there. We will be back with you shortly after the news, and then we'll play the interview with Kirsten, which is something else, man. It's something else. 03, and thank you for that. Sam, honestly, that came at just the right time. And I'm not saying don't phone up and share your stuff, because it's taken us a long time to cultivate this place of safety. I just need to work out how I protect myself a little bit better, because I have actually found it quite draining the last few weeks in particular. 03 44 499 1000. That wasn't a bad first hour of the show. Deliberately came in with having not looked at the papers, with nothing. And do you know what? It worked out all right. In fact, no, actually, I gave out the phone number there because that was me on autopilot. Don't call. We've got Alistair and Wasim. We'll talk to them quickly after we get back from the news, and then we'll play the interview. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. We've got entertainment, and we're not afraid to use it. Talk Radio.
The Talk Big Broadband Sale is now even bigger. Our unlimited broadband is now just $18.95 a month, including line rental for 24 months. With no broadband mid-contract price rises guaranteed.
John, got your
the
email.
price you
Sorry, I
see
let the
is the price you
subscription
pay every
go.
single
I
month.
changed bank
No
details
other
and I
major
told you that I'll
provider
set
can
up a new
promise this.
subscription.
That's why we've been voted
And John's got a nice
Uswitch
one, mate.
Best Broadband TV and Home Phone Provider
subscribe
2018.
to something that
Hurry,
he does
offer
very,
ends
very
31st of May. Visit talktalk.co.uk. TalkTalk for everyone. Contract and conditions applied. $9.95 delivery charge.
Hi, I'm Peter Jones. Sage helped me manage one of my first companies when I was 19. Now, Sage Business Cloud helps me manage everything from money to people. It's the platform your business needs to grow and succeed. So, when people ask me, what's the secret of your success? I say it's about making wise choices. It's about being Sage.
Realise your ambition with Sage Business Cloud. Visit sage.com/ambition.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't normally read those out, but...
When Freddie Flintoff asked to be the voice of our new campaign, we thought, OK, sure.
Correctly predict all the results of the World Cup, win, lose or draw, and you could win up to £100 million. I'm Freddie
Flintoff. That'll be all. The prize is the star, not you. Enter for free at PokerStars, BetStars and PokerStars Casino.
That's it. Unbelievable.
Security to booth 3, please.
No, back off, mate.
Promo ends 13th of June. 1 free entry per person. Prize is £100 million for the winner or shared if more than one. T's and C's apply. See betstars.co.uk for details. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Please play responsibly.
Whoa, what's with the massive spotlight? It's your local Dulux Decorator Centre, centering on you. On me? On you and all our customers. See, everything we do, from online ordering 24/7 to rewarding you with nectar points, is centred on you. Blinded, eh? Blinded? I need my shades from the van.
From time-saving online ordering to nectar points with every purchase, you'll be happy talking to Dulux Decorator Centre. Find out more at duluxdecoratorcentre.co.uk or your local store. Dulux Decorator Centre, centred on you.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the 11 o'clock news, I'm Carl Hartley. A Belgian prisoner on day release has been shot dead after killing 3 people in Liège in what is being described as a terrorist attack. He used a knife to get hold of a gun from 2 policewomen before shooting them and a trainee teacher outside a school. Local investigators say the motive was to target police. This woman was nearby.
I listened to the police say the killer was a Mexican way. I see a man who was near the police he said, Allah Akbar. They killed 2 police.
The man has been arrested after reports of a collision involving a bus and 25 other vehicles in Dartford Town Centre. 14 people are thought to be injured and receiving treatment. The man's being held in custody and questioned suspicion of careless driving. The man has described the torture of hearing his phone die over the phone as flames engulfed the Grenfell Tower almost a year ago. Ahmed El-Ghawi lost his youngest sister Mariam and his 64-year-old mum Esla on the 22nd.
That's different. It's
She
very
was struggling
different.
for breath
There's shitloads of them.
and said her last words, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe."
Lots of people talking
That was
about
the last
Wales.
time I heard their voice.
Wales.
He says
yeah.
he disconnected
Yeah, it's a big-
call
it's a big
more
place.
than an hour later. His sister was supposed
big
to
old
have had
place.
an interview for her dream job later that day. Ukrainian police say a Russian journalist has been shot dead at his apartment in Kiev. Arkady Banchenko has been scathingly critical of the Kremlin in recent years. The 41-year-old left his home country last year, saying he was receiving threats.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
The Football Association is defending Raheem Sterling, who's facing criticism after getting a tattoo of an assault rifle. On Instagram, the England forward has insisted it's part of a tribute to his dad, who was gunned down years ago. And get this, a teenager has been charged with drink driving after police stopped a golf buggy at a McDonald's drive-through. The 18-year-old was arrested overnight at Kettering in North Yorkshire. Now, a warm night ahead, heavy thundery rain in southern England and Wales. Tomorrow should be a bit brighter with high.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I feel like this sounds like Nickelback.
Spice it up.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only the whispers of some quiet conversation.
I don't know if he's funny. He's funny. Watch him when he's rocking out of the computer.
The moonlight wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melody. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Come and take it on.
This is great. Very funny. Really annoying.
The wild dogs cry out in the night as they go restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti.
She's good. The harmonies.
You're what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I become.
20 million views. That's all right. I like that. That's I think Katia sent me that the other day. That's Leo Moraccioli featuring Rabia and Hannah. I like that. Right, let's do Alistair quickly, then we'll take a break, then we'll play the interview we did with Kirsten. Evening, Alistair. We've not got much time, so I want to play this interview. What you got for us?
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath.
Yes.
So I watched Coronation Street tonight.
Yes.
And there was
It was on after the watershed.
Male rape.
Yes.
And it took me back to the time I was at school.
Okay.
I was sent to boarding school at the age of 11. And the dormitory you had to share with, there were first years like me, and second years. And I was groomed.
What time
by a
do I
second-year
have
boy.
to hit the break? And I need a little intro.
And he didn't do really bad sexual abuse, if there is such a thing, but
Yes. Well, it's all bad. This is the thing I'm learning.
he did groom me, and I had to masturbate him and things.
Okay.
And I think that's why it kind of left me with lots of feelings of
Guilt,
really
shame,
feeling bad
and
everything.
guilt,
Yeah,
shame, and
yeah.
self-loathing. I'd imagine.
Yes, yeah. And then, funnily enough, his brother started physically attacking me in different ways, and I grassed him up to the teacher, and then he got expelled. And then another boy, who was like king of the hill, basically told all the other boys in my year to stop talking to me and to send me to Coventry.
And would that give me like a minute intro? Thank you.
That's why I think that I've never been able to trust people or make relationships, because I've been stumped in a.
And have you told anyone else this, Alistair?
Yeah, I told the people that I was under the mental health team, and I told them all about that. Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, I think that I do need sort of kind of psychotherapy.
I think seeing a counsellor or a therapist of some kind would be very beneficial.
And then, of course, as you know, alcohol is an issue for me, and every time I get so far, they say, well, you can't have psychotherapy on the NHS if you're drinking, because, of course, they don't want to mix those and make things worse. So
you need to stop drinking then.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Alistair, I have to keep it short because we're going to play this interview with Kirsten, and so I have to go to a break. But I'm very grateful that you shared with us what you have shared, and I hope, I don't know, if it make you feel like 1% better, then that will be something. And maybe we can have this conversation again later in the week, or carry this conversation on later in the week.
Yeah, that would be great. And I'm sorry. Can I say
Quickly.
I'm really sorry again.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Drink is not your friend, Alistair. Remember that.
I know.
You're precious, priceless, and valuable. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Oh, sorry, I appreciate that.
Can I give a helpline number just in case anyone's touched by that?
Yes.
0808 801 0331. They'll be open in the morning, 10 a.m.
Who is it?
That's NAPAC.
Give it again.
For survivors of abuse in childhood.
Give it again.
0808 801 0331.
There we go. Thank you very much, Catherine. Don't call in, guys. I'll explain what's happening after this.
Talk Radio. Join the
Stick us
Talk
up,
Nation.
please.
Dial up and talk radio.
We'll get you talking.
Gosh.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests, and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Get closer to the greatest football show on earth with a supersized British-made LED TV from Cello. Cello offer the widest range of LED TVs in the UK, from 16-inch to a massive 85-inch. Download your favourite Android apps on Cello's smart TVs, which start from only £169. Don't miss a kick, flick or trick from Russia with Cello's incredible range of 4K Ultra HD screens. Cello LED TVs. If you're not watching a Cello, then you haven't got the full picture. Find out where to buy at celloelectronics.com.
At Tesco Mobile, we want to make your mobile life a little better. It's why we have family perks. Monthly rewards for you and every family member on your contract. Things like extra data, Tesco Club Card points or money off your bill. Little things that make a big difference.
Oh, let me
Tesco
find the,
Mobile. Every little helps.
Requires 2+ subscriptions, limit of 5 on same account. Perk given once a month and varies with spend. UK and home from home data only. Tesco Club Card points awarded on next statement. Exclusions and T's and C's apply. Visit tescomobile.com/terms.
Cast your mind back and think. Were you ever contacted out of the blue for a pension review?
Oh, that little girl is so lovely.
Were you advised to move your work or personal pension into a SIP, self-invested personal pension?
Yes, I was.
You could be due thousands if you were missold. Money Redress are trusted claim specialists in pension and investment mis-selling. They'll manage the whole claim for you on a no payout, no fee basis, so you can't lose. Text WIN to 85077.
Martin could be like this, or like this. Just like his Citroen C3. Citroen C3 is available in 36 colour combinations. We could have made a car, but we made a car for you. Citroen C3 is now available with 0% APR. Visit citroen.co.uk to find out more. Citroen UK is a credit broker and not a lender. Terms, eligibility criteria and returns conditions apply. PSA Finance UK Limited. 0% offer is only available on selected versions. Visit citroen.co.uk for more details. Citroen.
Afternoons with Jamie East on Talk Radio.
Investigate the unlimited possibilities of speech radio at Eastworld. What is the best piece of gossip that you have ever heard at Salford Business School?
The radio show that questions the very nature of our reality. What makes us human? Why do we sin?
My goodness me, if these walls could talk.
Where can I get a pair of glasses like Jamie's for under a £5?
Eastworld with Jamie East. It's a bit of a national favourite. Tomorrow afternoon from 1 on Talk Radio.
Kick off your slippers. Don't go to bed. The party is just starting.
You can sleep when you're dead. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
So, a couple of weeks ago, I saw this story. It was in the Star, but they nicked it from the Mail, apparently, of this young lady, Kirsten Ashby, who had been brutally attacked, set alight by a neighbour. And it connected with me on a way that the story hasn't done for a long, long time. And we talked about it on the show. And I was lucky enough, I got chatting with her dad, Paul, on Facebook, and I was lucky enough that they invited me round to their house on Saturday, and Kirsten gave her first ever interview. Some of you may find this a little bit too upsetting to listen to. It's a bit triggering. There is a horrible attack in it. And we do talk about the attack, but the majority of this is about family, it's about love, it's about being a parent, it's about survival, it's about the journey that Kirsten and her family are making now. I got to speak to Kirsten. You'll also hear her dad Paul, and her mum Lynn comes in about 5 minutes in and makes a cup of tea. This is one of the most remarkable stories you have ever heard, okay? Kirsten, when you hear the specifics of the attack and why she stood still, you'll realise she is a hero. And I'm not being flippant with that. She is an actual hero. So this is me having a chat with Kirsten Ashby.
It is a beautiful Saturday lunchtime. It's just gone 12.
Right.
I'm late. I think, am I in Milton Keynes? I'm very near to Milton Keynes. I'm here to see Kirsten Ashby, and we've talked about Kirsten on the show quite a bit. She was the young lady who, we'll get her story, but she was the young lady that was horrifically burnt by some arsehole neighbour. It's a story that really hit me and connected with me. I'm really moved by it. I've been emailing her dad, Paul, and they have kindly invited me to come along and have a chat. Now, I'm not quite sure where the house is. I wonder if it's down here. No, I don't think it is down here. I don't think it is. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We're close. Maybe it's down here. Here we go. Here we go. think this must be it. We'll soon find out. Paul. Hello, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to see you.
Very nice to meet you.
I got a little bit confused.
Did wonder.
I got a little bit confused.
Do you want to go through and...
Thank you very much. How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad.
Straight through?
Yeah, just straight through. Yeah.
Beautiful. Hello, Kirsten. Nice to meet you. How you doing? You alright? Am I alright sitting here?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
Isn't it? Obvious though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
You're okay to go and chat and... Paul, first of all, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I've been chatting to your dad on email. It's so nice to meet you, Kirsten. Your story, I just found it incredible. And if I ask anything that's inappropriate or you don't want to talk about, you tell me to jog on and whatever. First of all, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Very slowly, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask what happened? Is it too upsetting to talk about what happened, or...?
No, well, where shall I start? Right from the beginning?
Yeah,
from the
go
beginning
on.
of the night?
Yeah.
Well, his girlfriend, Lauren, kept on messaging me throughout the week.
Was this your next door neighbour, or nearby?
Nearby.
Right, yeah.
He was in the other block of flats. Yeah, kept on messaging, asking me, oh, let's meet up, let's do this, let's do that. We'd only spoken once.
Right.
So then I thought, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. And then she said, oh, come up, let's have a couple of glasses of wine. So I went up there and everything was fine. Them two kept on, like, sort of like bantering with each other. Like, she was saying, oh, he cheated on me, he went off with one of my friends before, he did this, he did that. But
Just move my bag out of your way.
Okay.
You're right.
Do you want tea or coffee?
A cup of tea would be lovely,
Sugar?
please. White, no sugar, please.
And yeah, he kept on, they seemed fine, and then the night carried on, and then I sort of like skip, and Lauren was laying on the sofa, having a fit. And I've never dealt with that before. So I was shouting, like, I couldn't find him. I didn't know where he was. So I was shouting, like, can you help me? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to call an ambulance. Which then he got quite angry and was saying, I'll lose my kids if you do that. And I was saying, look at her. And he was like, just roll her on her side. She'll throw up and then she'll be fine. So I kind of listened to him. I put her on her side. She'd thrown up, fell off the sofa. So I was trying to pick her back up. I mean, they had 5 kids in the flat. And then, so I was saying, like, come on, you can't lay here. We've got to get you up and get you cleaned up. What about if one of your kids came in? So, yeah, then I skip again to she standing at the door of the living room. She was completely fine at the door, and her 2 kids are standing there, 2 of them, and James was in my face, and he was saying, oh, you don't think I'll do it? And I must have been talking, and I think I can remember folding something up.
Right.
I don't know what this was.
Yeah.
And then Lauren turned around and said, no, I don't think you'll do it. Kirsten, what do you think? And I went, what? No, I don't. And went to carry on.
Yeah.
But with that, then he threw the petrol over me. And within a second, the lighter followed. But I knew I couldn't run out the door to go and get any water because the 2 kids were standing there. So if I'd have done that, and then them kids caught on fire or anything like that, then that would have been on my conscience. I would have felt awful. But I couldn't run to the other side of the room because James had set out a load of alcohol bottles and spilled alcohol over the floor. So if I would have gone down there, the whole flat could have gone up.
So I didn't.
So what did you do? You stood there and took it?
Yeah, I was just running, as far as I remember, I was just running my hands through my hair, trying to get it out. And then, I just remember falling down onto my knees. Then the next time I opened my eyes, I see the other neighbour, Dane, and he was standing there, from what I remember, just two big yellow blobs, but it was the police, it must have been their jackets.
Yeah.
And then I closed my eyes again, and then I woke up in Chelsea, Westminster.
Wow.
Mm.
You tell it so calmly. I'm sure you've told it a few times already. I'm sure you must be saying. You tell it so calmly. It must have been the most horrendous thing. Words can't even describe how horrendous that must have been for you.
No, it was awful, but I kind of shut off. In a sense, I'm quite numb to it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I've still got quite a lot of emotion to go through.
Well, there's probably a fair bit of work you've got to do.
Yeah.
And you don't know why he did it.
No. We did find out that the week before he was down in Pink Punters, and he was saying to his girlfriend, "I'm going to go set your mum's house on fire and I'm going to watch them all burn," and things like that. So he must have been fantasising about doing it for a while, but the person he done it on was me. So, yeah.
Are you Lynn?
Yeah.
Hello, Lynn. We had a little Facebook exchange as well. I've been talking to all your family on Facebook and emails and stuff. Can I ask you how it feels hearing that story from Kurt? It must be. I'm a dad. My boys are much younger, but that must be heartbreaking. Come over here. Let's go on.
I still get really emotional about it.
Yeah, I bet. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. Don't worry. Paul, what? I mean, it's your little girl.
I know.
It's the callousness of the act. And we'll talk about, the recovery and stuff. I don't want to focus on this guy too much. But it's just I just cannot get my head around any of it.
I can't understand how anyone would do that to another person. It's just, it's not even like, when you hear about these one-punch things or stabbings and things like that, and that's like a violent sort of thing, but fire is something else, isn't it? It's like acid fire, that's just a whole other thing, isn't it? I just don't get I don't understand what's going through people's brain when they do that.
And final thing about this arsehole, because that's what he is. It's not a beat around the bush, In court as well, I read in the papers that there was no remorse, there was gloating almost.
Basically, I must say, I was with Kirsten during the court. Right. Lynn was in the court, and him and his girlfriend were blowing kisses to each other, and "I love you," and "I'll see you soon," and all the again, where's the respect? You're in a court of law, do you know what I mean? You don't do that sort of thing.
Yeah, when the judge was talking and things, and the barristers, he was rolling his eyes and sort of like, "Oh, not this again," and like putting his head down going, oh. He was getting cross that they were going through it.
It was an inconvenience for him.
Yes, exactly.
How long did he get?
19 years with a 5-year licence. So whatever he does, even if he gets a bit off for good behaviour, he's still got to do 5 years on licence, and the slightest little thing in his back.
It's not long, is it?
It's longer than a lot of murderers get, to be quite honest with you. When you look at it, it's actually a bit better than we hoped for. Obviously, we wanted him to be put away for life. Even a life tariff, isn't it? It could be 15 years, and he got more than that. So I think we got a good result.
The judge was really, really good. He was really fair. When they tried to use things in defence, like he hadn't seen his children since it had happened, the judge corrected him, and when he said that I can't think.
That's all right.
It wasn't a planned attack. He tried to say it wasn't a planned attack, although our barrister was fantastic, and he said it was.
Yeah.
and he tried to say it wasn't a planned attack. And the judge said, excuse me if I'm wrong, you can check whatever details. He said, but a planned attack means you thought about it, you carried it out, and you finished the job.
Yeah.
There wasn't weeks of planning, but he had a chance to stop,
Yeah.
and therefore it's a planned attack.
several
So the
stages
judge
there
was
to
really
go through.
fair, the judge was really good. I've got no argument with that.
Right, enough about him. So, next thing you know, you wake up in hospital. Had you been in a coma?
Yeah, I got put in a 4-week, what is it called? Induced
Right.
medical coma, yeah.
And they do that to kind of give your body the chance to kind of heal and look after itself a bit, do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So what was it like when you woke up? It must have been confusing.
I don't really remember too much about waking up.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just kind of adjusted, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just woke up and I knew that I couldn't move and I couldn't talk and I just kind of just went with it. Just done whatever I had to do.
And when was it? When was this? I'm getting the chronology. Was this in November that you came out of the coma? I've got the dates a bit wrong. When? December.
Yeah, this happened in November.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And then in December I woke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're in May now. You've not been out of hospital that long, is that right?
No, only about a week, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How are you finding life back out in the real world?
It's not too bad. Had a bit of a fright the other night, but other than that,
In what way of fright? What happened?
because there was a really loud bang,
Right.
so I got quite panicky.
Yeah.
And I haven't really been able to settle that much since, because I didn't know what it was or where it come from, but my bed shook. So I then got hold of my mum and was like, what was that noise? Did you hear that? She come in, tried to reassure me and stuff, but like the police came and was like checking around the area and stuff, so it all seemed to be okay.
Earthquakes in Milton Keynes. Blimey, that's what I don't want that.
Yeah, there was somebody outside because you heard mumbled voices.
Right.
Scurrying.
Outside the house?
Yeah. At first I thought maybe somebody was coming back on the night out because
Yeah.
we're quiet down here, there's only a few houses. I thought maybe somebody was coming back and they were trying to talk quietly to not disturb people, and then there was that big bang, and then a few minutes later the scurrying and the noises out there again, and then nothing, the police come.
Any kids messing around?
Not at that time in the morning,
Right.
no, because it was what, about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
How are you feeling? How do you feel physically?
Itchy.
Right, I can see a little bit scratching going. I wasn't going to mention it because I didn't want to draw attention to it to make it worse.
Yeah, very itchy. Emotionally and things, I'm numb still.
Yeah.
She's
But-
in pain every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Pain.
I've had a couple of bad days over the past couple of days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Like.
It's all good. Oh, bless
Yeah.
you. It's not all good. It sucks. You're obviously, very, very burnt. You can see your face. I can see your shoulders and your arms. It's all over your body, is it?
It comes down my arms, my hands, my chest, half of my back, obviously my face. But that's it for the burns.
Right.
And then I've obviously had my skin grafts done, so they've done my whole legs.
So I don't quite... So skin grafts are where they take a bit of skin off somewhere that's not damaged. And is that then to help heal the bits that are damaged or replace the bits that are damaged?
Yeah, it's to replace the
Right.
skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that painful?
She's still healing now.
Right.
Yeah, where they've taken the skin is very painful.
Right.
Yeah.
How many of those have you had, and how many do you think you're going to have in the future?
I couldn't even answer it.
Really, loads.
Yeah. When I first went in, I was having operations every other day.
Yeah.
While she was in the coma.
Right, okay.
In the coma. And then when I was awake, it was every week that I was in having an operation. Sometimes like twice in a week. Sometimes it's just the once. But yeah, Yeah, that is quite painful. Like my legs keep on healing and breaking down, and then healing and then breaking down. So in and out of bandages.
Yeah. The way you're talking about this, and I know that part of you, you're saying you've shut it down and you've... I think you're an inspiration, the way you're talking, because you've been very, you're so calm about it, you're so matter-of-fact about it. There was something about your story, Kirsten, that really connected with me, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because you've got Madison, a young kid who's a little bit older than my boys but a similar age. I don't know if it was the fact of that you're someone's kid, as you're Paul and Lynn's kid as well. But there's something that really connected with me and with a lot of my listeners as well. You've been aware that there's been kind of an outpouring of, I guess, love for you? Have you felt that?
Yeah, I have done. I felt a lot of love and support. At first I was very worried of what people were going to think of me and things like that, and then I've realised now that actually everyone's behind me and are there to help and push me along my way when I'm having my struggles.
You said a couple of interesting things there. You were worried that what people were going to think about you. What do you mean by that? Because of the way you look, or because of what happened, or what?
Yeah, I think it's like a mix of everything. Like a lot of people... I've had quite a couple of people go, "Oh, you was so beautiful," and I sit there and I'm like, "What? I'm not now." That's kind of like one of the worst things you can say to somebody.
It's a bit lousy.
Yeah, you was so beautiful, Yeah. But I just plod along.
Do you get? I imagine that you get kids staring and stuff, because kids stare. My boy saw a bloke with one arm the other day, and they can make kids stare, I suppose. Is that how you finding that?
Kids staring don't really bother me, because it's just the way their little minds work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, I look different, so kids are going to be sitting there like, what's happened to her? Why does she look like that? Even adults, when adults look at me, I don't really tend to notice.
Right. Yeah.
Like my first.
Do you, Paul?
Yeah, I do.
Let me come over there. Tell me why. Go on.
Well, it's like when we go out, I'm sort of like I won't say like a shield, but as a dad,
you've got to protect your kids.
You notice what's going on around, especially with the way that Kirsten is.
Yeah.
And she's like so outgoing, and she just gets on with it. And I'm looking at people who are around her.
Sure.
So I notice people who are looking, if they point and don't do anything. I know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, not so much the more we've done it, the more comfortable I've become, which sounds silly considering I'm, It does give you a bit of a boost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you do notice how people don't look and stare. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
And it's there is like a, whenever you see her, you walk into the very, very first time that she was allowed out of the ward at Chelsea Westminster. Yeah. It was a big thing. She'd been locked in this room for months, and we had this whatever day it was, we were going to come along. They were going to get Kirsten ready. We're going to take her out of the ward. First time since it had happened. So we go out the ward. All the nurses were there, weren't they, to see her out, because this is brilliant. And we go out of the ward, and Chelsea and Westminster was a big open hospital. It's a really nice place as it goes. We go downstairs, have a little look around. They've got a massive fish tank. We're going to have a look at the fish tank, and all the way through I'm pushing Kirsten in her chair and I'm watching everything that's going on around, and she's just sitting there going, well, okay, well, what's out there then? And it's like, well, that's like, is it Fulham Broadway or Fulham Broadway? So, and you've got like one football club at one end and a football club at the other end, and people going backwards and forwards. I want to go out there. They're like, are you sure? That's like the traffic, and there's people.
It's noisy.
And it's like, yeah, I want to go out.
Yeah.
Fair enough, we'll go out then. So we go out. Let's go over there. So we're literally sat on more or less at the side of the road outside this, Costa's or whatever it was. Starbucks, and she's sitting there watching the taxis and the buses going by, not even giving it a second thought with the people walking past. A couple of people looked and then just carried on with their day.
Yeah.
And of course I'm sort of like, and then you realise that, people understand. And they see someone and it's obvious it's Burns.
Yeah.
And they don't tend to go, oh, look at her, or anything like that. And then
I
she
don't think
walks
they
into
do these days.
No.
Maybe. I think you're right. Maybe 20, 30 years ago.
Possibly, yeah.
But I think everyone's so much better educated about life and the things that happen that people don't tend to anymore.
We've walked into a few restaurants, because she's trying to catch up for the last 6 months. So it's like, oh no, I've really missed this. I've really missed like Beefeater or whatever it is. And we've got to do this.
Beefeater? Come on. Beefeater?
I know.
Beefeater is my mum.
All right, okay.
But you walk into a restaurant.
TJ,
TJ, you walk into a restaurant, and again, as a dad, I'm sort of like, keep an eye out. That one there's not batting an eyelid. She's just walking, boom, straight the way through, straight to the table, sit down, gets on with the dinner. Doesn't even bat an eyelid.
You told me in the emails, but we've only had a few emails, don't worry. You told me in the emails, one of the things that's kept you going, and one of the things that I guess keeps any family going in a situation like this, is your sense of humour.
Oh, you haven't.
and I don't know what I expected, but there's been a lot of laughter in the 20 minutes that I've been here. Who's the biggest piss taker out of the lot of you?
It's between me and her.
Is it?
Yeah, it's between me and Kirsten.
Is there trouble between you two?
Yeah, we could get into trouble with a lot of the stuff we say to each other.
But I guess you need to, don't you, to keep sane.
We were sat in the Beefeater. There's I won't mention him because he'd bring it, but there's a guy, because like Lynn likes the Beefeater, so we do tend to go there a bit.
Come on, Lynn.
I know. And there's a guy who works in there. We've known him for years, so he's always chatting and stuff. And he come over to our table. First time in there, we're in there with Kirsten. Madison sat there, and she's got like these cat ears things, And it was just a comment that he made. And again,
he said, "When did you grow them ears?"
Yeah.
And Kirsten said, "Yeah." She's got extra ears and I've got none. And that's the first time I've seen him with nothing to say.
And then he turned around and said, what was it about the one with ears, wasn't it? And I said, oh yeah, and then there's Miss with ears and Miss no ears, or I can't, whatever it was.
It's what we do, isn't it? It's what we do as families, and it's what I don't know if it's a British thing. You do when things, are lousy. You make a joke. You got to make a joke about it. Yeah. We mentioned Madison. She's 10, isn't she?
9.
9. When is she 10?
October.
October. How's she been with all of this? Kids are resilient.
Yeah.
But, the protective of mummy, I don't know that. How is she doing?
She's been absolutely amazing. She's been a right little star. The first time, I didn't see her for 11 weeks.
God, that must have been tough.
Yeah, it was really, really hard. And then when the first time she did walk in to my room, because the hospital let her come in on like a special visit.
Yeah.
She could choose one person to come in with her, and she chose my dad.
Right.
So he came in, and she come and stood next to my bed. I got really emotional. And then I was like, "Come on, Kirsten, pull yourself together." And then we were just sitting there talking, and then she kicked my dad out the room.
I got kicked out.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, Grandad, you can go now. I want some time with Mummy."
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, and then she stood there and she was, "Mummy, this has happened in school, and oh, my friend this and my..." And she was
just
amazing.
back into giving you the gossip and all the news.
Yeah. And then obviously my skin, she kept on like looking at my hands and my arms, and my skin. When you feel it, it kind of feels like a lizard with like all the little bumpy bits. So I said to her, "Do you want to stroke my arm? It feels like a lizard." And at first she was very like, no. She was afraid of hurting me.
Yeah, oh bless.
And then it took her a couple of like visits.
Yeah.
But, she never once walked in and like shied away from me or anything like that. She's, since I've been home, like as soon as I call her, like whenever I used to call her, she used to just ignore me and be like, "No, I'm carrying on playing." But or it'd be, "Yeah, I'll be down in a minute." But as soon as I call her now, she comes straight away, and she does anything.
That won't last.
No,
That
won't,
won't
no,
last.
no.
Having kids is great.
Yeah.
She fed you in hospital, didn't she?
Yeah,
You couldn't feed yourself. Or
bless
give
her.
you a drink.
Yeah, she, when I take my tablets, she'll hold my drink, and then she'll, like, give me my drink and stuff to be able to take my tablets, and she likes to be involved.
That's funny, my mum's in a care home. She's got MS, really, she can't feed herself, and my boys love feeding Nanny Linda. They also like riding in her electric wheelchair and using her bed that goes up and down and jumping off of that. But isn't that funny? And kids know that it's the person that's inside that is the thing, the physical, you know, whether it's looks or it's, you know, being able to move yourself like my mum. The kids are pretty savvy that it's what's inside that's the person.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That day, you could see Madison. You could almost see the whirrings in her head as you walked. She didn't want to go. She wanted to go through the door, but didn't want to go through the door. And it was, Grandad, you go first. I said, you sure? And we stood outside for maybe 2 minutes, like talking about it and making sure she was all right. And we said, right, we'll both go in the door at the same time, which is exactly what we did. And I was watching her because, you know, however you put it, Kirsten was quite a sight at that time.
I'll bet. Come on, okay, keep coming over here.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologise.
Especially for like, you know, a 9-year-old.
Had she seen pictures before going in? Right, okay.
And that was about 10 minutes before that.
Right, okay.
And you saw her, she walked in, and the initial kind of, almost of an intake of breath.
Yeah.
And then you saw her click. That's my mum. And then that's it. Nothing else mattered. And it was literally, you could literally see a click, couldn't you?
Sounds like it's that thing that we all do. The build-up is worse than the actual doing it. And you're right. You go, no, it's mum. It's mum. Just looks a bit different. That's all.
And from that point on, she didn't see. There was nothing that, you know, the scars or, you know, the bandages and.
I read in one of the paper stories that she was explaining to the cousins as well that that's just mum. Mum looks a bit different now, but
she's helping her cousins, like, because, you know, they're a bit younger and you know, people have a different temperament, you know, and a different personality. So some of the little ones are dealing with it better than others. Yeah. But Madison just gets stuck in, and you know, and is. Bring them round.
I got some of the... Now, I don't know what these are, because I got boys, so boys are into video games and farting. But I got these LOL... Is this the right thing? I got 2 of these. Well, I had to ask my friend, Katherine, my producer, who's got girls. I said, well, I don't know. What's these LOL things? I've got those.
Behind you.
Are they
exactly the same question.
What, is it these?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So like tiny plastic dolls.
Yeah.
Okay, right, fine. I can understand.
You unlayer them. Every layer there's a different thing. Every time you unwrap a layer, it's like parcel. You get one part of it, then another part, and then maybe shoes, and then the doll.
Everything. It's a mystery to me, girls. I say it's willies and farting in our house. That is it. That's all that goes on. All that goes on. The GoFundMe. We'll give that a plug as well, and I'll tweet all about that. Who set that up?
That was Donna.
Your sister. Oh, I've had a couple of tweets from your sister as well. Donna has been in touch on Twitter. So what is the GoFundMe address? What do we have to type? Look at everyone going. We'll find it because I've got it somewhere. Yeah. We'll find it, and when you're listening to this, dear listener, we'll tweet it out and we'll put it on my Facebook page and everything. And the support on that's been incredible, isn't it? And that's last time I saw it was about 28,000. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it really was incredible. It was kind of like the GoFundMe went a little bit crazy for a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sitting at like just over 2,000, I think, and then all of a sudden, like it just started going up and up and up and up and up, and I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, I just wasn't expecting that at
Some
all.
of it, there's been big donations.
She leans forward, Paul, to make me move.
There's big donations and there's small donations, and a lot of people that done a small donation were saying, I wish I could give more.
Yeah.
But what we appreciate and understand is that they've probably scraped together to be able to give that small donation, just to give something, and that's as much appreciated as a big donation.
Yeah. It's also as well the fact that people care.
That's what I said.
As much as not more so than the money. People were thinking
Yeah.
about you and going.
Because at first we said no, we don't want the GoFundMe. We said no for a while because people kept saying set something up, blah blah blah, or we'll set it up, and we were saying no. Partly because we didn't think Kirsten was going to pull through, because it was.
Was it that close?
Oh yeah, it was
really?
definitely that
Realise.
close. It
Wow.
was mentioned end of life is imminent, and a priest came and gave her her last rites.
Oh, Lynn.
It was horrible. But she's here, she's pulled through, she's, like you say, an inspiration.
She is, isn't she?
But, so after a while...
Come on, guys.
After a while we agreed, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And like we explained to Kirsten, it gave everyone a chance to show, because people feel, what can I do to help? You know, as a mum, I couldn't do anything either. I didn't know what I could do to help.
Yeah.
So I know how frustrating that was. So just the donations, sort of, people had a chance to sort of say, we're thinking of you and we're here behind you. And that's that outpouring of love that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the way of showing it. It was lovely.
Oh, you must be so proud of her.
I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, good.
Well done, Lynn. Well done. You've gone. I don't want to upset you. I'm not here to upset you, because the thing about this is it's a horrible story.
Sometimes you go back to.
Of course you do. Of course you do. And I'm sorry if I've taken you back there. It's a horrible story, but also it is a story of your determination to get on with it, you know. And we talk a lot on the show about mental health and stuff. And again, you know, you'd be well within your rights to go, sod this. I'm not having any of this. But one of the things I've got from talking to your dad and reading the bits in the papers and talking to you today is that you're determined. You know, you've got a job to do as Madison's mum, and nothing's going to get in the way of that.
No, nothing will ever get in the way of that.
Yeah.
It's like, going back in my coma, I had quite a few dreams, I suppose. And then one of them was I was standing there and I got given an option, and I could live or I could die.
Wow.
And first of all, I chose to die.
Yeah.
So it was like I was going down, I was falling and falling, and then I got given a second chance, and it was, do you want to live or do you want to die? And within that second, Madison popped into my head, and I was like, no, I'm going to live. And I come back up, and I just carried on fighting my way through. I had my days. I did give the nurses and physios and stuff a bit of a run around. But, you know...
I think you're entitled to after what you've been through.
Yeah.
And there will be more days as well. You know, there's going to be more days, of course, but you got so much love from your family, and you're so determined. What do you hope your future's going to be, or do you not think too far ahead?
No, I've not really thought too far ahead, really. But I just know from the experience, live every day to the max. You know, do anything that you want to do. It's like now I'm getting my dad to take me up in a helicopter.
Oh God, no, why? What did you do that for?
I don't know, I just decided that I wanted to do it.
Do you want to do it, Paul?
I've got to do it. I mean, but you know.
I tell you what, because I went in a helicopter once and I got terribly motion sick. But I tell you what I did last year. I went up in a hot air balloon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I went a bit nuts, and I booked a trip to Morocco on my own because I'm getting divorced and stuff. And so I just thought I'm getting out of the country for a bit.
You know, they do get aeroplanes to Morocco. You don't have to go.
No, I got a plane over there. Dear God, I got a plane over there, but I got a hot air balloon in the. Oh, it's incredible, Lynn. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's just so quiet. That's the thing. So quiet.
You and me will do the hot air balloon. Yeah. These two can go in the helicopter.
I was going to do it years ago, but nobody would do it with me, and Paul's scared of heights. So
well, don't make them go up in a helicopter.
So I decided to have a baby instead of Kirsten.
That's a good choice.
So
honestly, do it. It's so
yeah,
it's so
I think
peaceful.
I'd love to.
And I don't like heights, but it was just amazing. It was amazing. Anyway, that's your mum sorted out. Sarah sorted out. I've got nothing else to say, I don't think, Kirsten, apart from it's genuinely you're a hero for saving those kids early doors. And you don't think this is patronising, but honestly, you're inspiring. You've inspired me, and I know your story has inspired and touched a lot of my listeners. I just wish you the best of luck. You've been dealt a really crappy set of cards, and I just wish you the best of luck. And hopefully you can get your dad to go on more stupid adventures with you. And really, if I was you, I'd milk this to the max.
No, I don't milk it at all.
So nice to meet you, Kirsten. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Access all radios.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
Okay, children, settle down. Thank you for bringing your pets in for Bring Your Pet to School Day. Megan, who is this delightful little ball of fur?
It's Trico, my guinea pig, miss.
Adorable. And Alfie, who's this?
It's Ronaldo, my rabbit, miss.
What a darling. And what's in the wooden crate, Poppy?
Fluffy.
That's a very strong lock. This way, children.
With a Land Rover Discovery, adventure can take you, well, anywhere. Never stop discovering. Search Land Rover Discovery. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Ocean credit card.
If you're looking for credit, go to askocean.co.uk and see in seconds if you'll be accepted for an Ocean credit card before you apply. Checking doesn't affect your credit rating, and with a credit limit of up to £1,500, it's a no-brainer. Go to askocean.co.uk right now and get an answer in seconds. 39.9% APR representative variable. Intelligent Lending Limited is a credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender.
Askocean.co.uk.
When a stroke strikes, the damage spreads like a fire in the brain. When you spot any single one of the signs, think and act fast. F. Face. Has it fallen on one side? A. Arms. Can they raise them? S. Speech. Is it slurred? T. Time to dial 999. The faster you act, the better their chances.
Lovely, yeah, thank you,
So
ma'am.
even if you're not sure, act fast. Make the call. Dial 999.
When Freddie Flintoff asked to be the voice of our new campaign, we thought, OK, sure.
Correctly predict all the results of the World Cup, win, lose or draw, and you could win up to £100 million. I'm Freddie
Thanks,
Flintoff.
that'll be all. The prize is the star, not you. Enter for free at PokerStars, BetStars and PokerStars Casino.
That's it. Unbelievable.
Security to
Freddie
booth 3,
Flintoff.
please.
No, back off, mate.
Promo ends 13th of June. One free entry per person. Prize is £100 million for the winner or shared if more than one. T's and C's apply. See betstars.co.uk for details. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Please play responsibly.
Whoa, what's with the massive spotlight? It's your local Dulux Decorator Centre, centering on you. On me? On you and all our customers. See, everything we do, from online ordering 24/7 to rewarding you with Nectar points, is centred on you. Blinding, eh?
Blinding? I need my shades from the van.
From time-saving online ordering to Nectar points with every purchase, you'll be happy talking to Dulux Decorator Centre. Find out more at duluxdecoratorcentre.co.uk or your local store. Dulux Decorator Centre, centred on you.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We're live again, 11:55. What night is it? Is it Wednesday? Tuesday night. Big thank you to Kirsten, to her dad Paul and her mum Lim, and a really big thank you and lots of love to Madison, who I met. Madison stayed upstairs. She's the 9-year-old little girl. Stayed upstairs while the interview was going on, And you heard in that interview that when Kirsten calls her now, she comes immediately. It didn't happen. Of course it didn't happen. And there was that thing, and you'll know this, Catherine, with your kids, and my boys do the same thing. They're always excited when someone's coming around, but then they don't actually want to meet that person because they're really, really shy. So there was a lot of of Madison sat on the stairs, not coming in. And I said, and Lynn I said, Lynn, if she doesn't want to come in, it's fine. I'll leave these lolders. And then as I was talking, I just saw this little blonde head just pop round the corner, saw me make eye contact, and she disappeared. And I went, I saw you, Madison. Just come in. I saw you. And she came in, and after 2 minutes, she couldn't shut her up, and she was playing with these lol pets.
LOL pets, LOL girls, yeah.
They're actually brilliant. The confetti one was great because it's like this big ball, and it comes in sections, and it gives you clues as to what you're going to get, and then it fires confetti.
You say that as the person who doesn't have to hoover up the confetti.
Well, Lynn did say, Madison, you can open that confetti one in here just this once because Ian's here. They are just the most lovely, lovely family, and it's an incredible story, and we will put that out as a podcast tomorrow night. The podcasts usually go about 7:30, 8:30, something like that, and we'll put that out. And I'd really appreciate it if you could share that podcast when it goes out with people that you think might be interested, because it's such a good story. Good story. That's totally an inappropriate phrase, and I take that back. It's such a human story, and it's such a positive end result, I think. And I know they're very, very early days in their journey, very early days, but. What you got from that interview, I hope, is the amount of love that was in that room, and the amount of love that was in that room. The Ashbys are an incredible group of people, and they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I tweeted the GoFundMe link. If you've got a couple of quid that you can put towards, helping make their life a little bit easier, then do. But there's no obligation. That's not what the interview was about. The fact that they couldn't even remember the URL, I think shows that, they're a very proud family, and it was an honour and a privilege to spend an hour and a half with them. And Paul even turned the sound off the motor racing that was on the didn't turn the telly off, but he turned the sound off. We'll take some of your calls after the news. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Join the Talk Nation.
Pick up your phone and Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests, and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Imagine a place where you can find peace of mind for your business. You'll find it at the Ford Business Week event. With up to 3 years free servicing and maintenance when you finance a new Ford car or commercial vehicle on Ford contract hire between the 2nd and 10th of June. Experience the Ford range, including the self-charging Mondeo hybrid and much more at your nearest Ford dealership.
You don't know what's
Ford.
happening until it's happening.
Together, we go further.
Provided by ALD Automotive.
Subject to status, business users only. You will not own the vehicle. Servicing and maintenance excludes tyre repair and replacement. Maximum mileage applies. Selected vehicles only. See Ford.co.uk for more information.
Get your cricket fix this summer on Sky Sports Cricket with every England Summer International for £18 a month. Fixture, watch England take on Pakistan, Australia and India with every home test, one-dayer and T20 match live. Yes! Plus, live cricket every month of the year, including the ICC World Cup, all for £18 a month. Search by Sky Sports. Requires Sky TV subscription. 31 days notice to cancel. Further terms apply.
Is that the Mormon Tabernacle?
An ordering
The Angel City Chorale.
Just to explore the menu. We could literally order anything. Spicy chicken snack
It's been fucking ages doing this rain bit.
What's that?
Seems to be a thing.
Big Mac, fries, Coke Zero.
The moment you almost veer off piste. Brought to you by our ordering screens. McDonald's. Good times made easier. Available at selected restaurants.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the Midnight News, I'm Carl Hartley. Talk Radio has been told a fatal terror attack in Belgium may have been almost impossible to stop because of its opportunist nature. A man stabbed 2 police officers in Liège before stealing and using their guns to go on a rampage, leaving them and 1 other person dead. He was then shot dead by security forces himself after taking a school cleaner hostage. Security expert Will Jedds told us this won't have been well planned.
We can all try and remain as situationally aware and vigilant as we possibly can.
Still,
but it doesn't matter how capable you might be. If someone chooses to surprise you from behind and you don't see it coming, you have very little potential reaction time.
A man is being questioned after a collision involving a bus and 25 other vehicles in Dartford town centre. 14 people are thought to have been injured. The FA is standing by England footballer Raheem Sterling after he was criticised for a tattoo of an assault rifle on his right leg. He claims the picture has a deeper meaning after his father was shot when he was a young boy, and the tattoo isn't finished. Tattoo artist Dan Lester thinks people shouldn't be too quick to judge.
All tattoos tell a story, and you're not going to know that story unless you are told by the person who's got the tattoo. So for anyone to try and judge someone for a tattoo without asking them what that tattoo means is that's not the way it should be done.
Ukrainian police say a Russian journalist has been shot dead at his apartment in Kiev. Arkady Banchenko has been scathingly critical of the Kremlin in recent years. The 41-year-old left his home country last year, saying he was receiving threats. And the comedian Roseanne Barr has lost her sitcom at the ABC television network after posting a racist tweet. The network cancelled her show after just 1 month. The tweet was likened a former aide to President Obama to an ape that was abhorrent and repugnant. Warm through the night, heavy thundery rain in southern England and Wales. Later, it should be a bit brighter. Highs of 22.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Don't be well outside, that noise.
It's actually quite good rain.
And the thunder. Is someone actually doing away?
People I'm going, oh, for fuck's sake. Bit Cleo Lane, isn't it?
I got the solo, Mom.
Can we go a little bit louder, sir?
She's coming in 12:35.
12:35.
Wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words, an ancient melody. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, she's waiting there for you.
There you go. This is fucking great. My favourite so far. Yeah. Very white vibes. He's good. He's average.
I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the sand. I seek to cure what's deep inside.
I want to be that guy. technical. As well as your headphones are going like. I might buy some bongos.
I want to buy a recorder, actually. What did you think?
Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you.
Double air grab.
All of these old women think this is like punk rock to them.
Like on my poetry, you get one sort of a pack of plastic before.
What? Who gave her the microphone?
They're doing it now, it's funny.
There we go. Ooh. That's my favourite so far.
I loved it.
That is my favourite version so far. That was Angel City Chorale. Is that you say it? Chorale. That is, that's had over 10 million views. That's my favourite version so far. If you've just tuned in, this show is, well, we're not sponsored by the song Toto by Africa, but
we're inspired by
We're inspired by it.
Yeah.
We've sent out the request to Toto, can we be sponsored by their song Africa?
You know, like Sesame Street,
Yeah.
There's a letter of the day,
Yeah.
and there is a word of the day. Well, the letter of the day is tea,
Yeah.
and the word of the day is Africa.
So for as long as I'm here on Talk Radio, every bit of music we play is going to be a different version of Africa. And that's my favourite version by a long, long way. This is the late night alternative, Monday to Friday, 10 till 1. Iain Lee, Katherine Boyle. You can listen to us on Talk Radio on DAB. You can download the app, or you can go to talkradio.co.uk. There are podcasts as well. There'll be 2 podcasts tomorrow, Best Of and the interview with Kirsten. That's how we tend to do it, as Katherine tends to do it. If we have a guest, they'll get their own separate podcast, despite what the podcast furor demands of us. We ignore that and we stick 2 fingers up and we put out as many podcasts as we bloody well want.
And no one notices.
No one notices. And there'll also be a best of as well. I've got no idea what will be on that best of, but who knows?
It'll be the best.
Maybe the last 40 minutes of this show will be quite good. Who knows? Let's go to Kevin. Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kevin.
How are you and Catherine?
Very well, thank you, Kevin.
Good, good. I just wanted to ring up and say I can relate to your moment of wanting just to get away from the norm,
Yes.
the normal routine for a bit.
Yes.
When
this Glyn?
things change in your
You sure?
life.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing exactly the same.
Tell me why, Kevin.
Well, I won't be going to Africa.
No.
As your songs...
I've never been to Africa. Have I been to Africa?
Yes, you have. You've been to Morocco.
Well, Morocco's not Africa. That's Spain.
No.
It's Spain.
It's North Africa, mate.
Shut the front door. I was in Africa?
For ages.
Flipping heck. Was I really? Was I? I didn't know that. I didn't know. If you've ever not known what continent you're in, 0344 4991. I did not know that.
Why would you think Spain? They were speaking French, weren't they? And Arabic.
Yeah, but the open borders. The open borders of the EU.
Okay.
They speak French and Arabic in this country, and I don't have a problem with it. Anyway, Kevin, continuez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
Well, geography isn't my strong point, but I've noticed you playing the song tonight, so
Yes.
I won't be going to Africa. But like I say, I can relate to... and I won't be getting in a hot air balloon, by the way.
Oh.
But I'll be doing the same. Like I say, not in a hot air balloon. But I've got Singapore, which is always somewhere I wanted to go.
Yeah.
not for cockroach milk, which
sorry?
has been on your show today.
No, it hasn't. That was on George Galloway's show.
But thanks very much for listening.
There's a lot of references.
George's show, yeah. It's been on the radio today, though, hasn't it, Catherine?
Yes, and I was listening and found it equally fascinating and
When you
disgusting.
say cockroach milk, how do you milk a cockroach?
When they give birth to their young,
Yeah.
some of these cockroaches give birth to live young.
Yeah.
And along with the live young, they secrete these sort of crystals, and apparently it's really nutritious. So people that don't drink milk, like us as of today, are going for all these different kind of fake milks, filks.
So you can get cock milk?
Well, no, because apparently it takes loads and loads of them to get even a few millimetres. So what the scientists are trying to do is reproduce it synthetically.
Are you dropping a log, Kevin?
Sorry?
What's that noise in the background? I heard like a sort of something roughly about 3 inches long falling into some water.
That was... just bear with me 1 second, if you would, Ian.
You got a wipe?
He's lost interest.
No, Catherine, I haven't.
He destroyed you. He's got a wipe, and then we can hear the flush.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm back with you.
Okay.
I'm back with you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
That's
That
okay.
probably relates to Singapore, actually, which is what I mentioned, because I've just had a curry building. And
oh, my God.
He's just knocked at the door.
Oh.
I'm on live radio.
Is that a euphemism? The curry's just knocking at the door.
Yeah, it was, honestly. I didn't even have time to get the change. I just gave it him as a tip.
Yes.
Happens to us all.
Yes.
Sneak up, can't it?
That was the background noise. But yeah, certainly not for cockroach milk, because I did hear George mention earlier that they have to do something like 10,000 cockroach crystals for 1 millilitre of milk or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just go and buy 2 pints of green top?
Well, that's what I do,
Right.
generally.
Okay.
But basically, Singapore is my dream for all the food stalls.
Well, book it, go. I think I've been to Singapore.
I'm going.
Well, when?
Stopover, didn't you?
This is why Sorry.
Sorry, me interrupting.
Sorry.
Ian had a stopover.
I stopped over in Singapore and I ate some sort of like I drank a jelly drink in the market. I met a friend. Here's something I did. I met a friend of a friend. I was travelling to stopping over in Singapore for about 12 hours, and my brother-in-law said, "Oh, my friend's over there if you want to meet up with him." And you know me, I don't do that, but I did it. And we went out. He took me out for a meal. It's lovely. And we went to the market.
Well, I was just thinking about all these food stalls that I've seen.
Street food, they call it. Street food. Street food, because you have it on the street. Although in this country, you can have street food inside a building. That's just food.
Do they not just call it kebab van?
That's food. Street food inside is food.
Well, couriers that I've just had delivered, but this really appeals to me in Singapore. That I've got this idea of just sort of walking up the street and...
I've got a joke.
Stall after stall.
Well, they do that in Camden, if you just want to go to North London. I've got a joke for you. What continent is Singapore in?
I don't know, I think it's a peninsula, isn't it?
Well, which one is peninsula?
I don't know,
It's
let me
got
check it
to be a continent. I'm going to say Asia.
All right.
What continent?
I'm not going to say
Southeast Asia.
Yes,
it's an island country.
Okay.
I was correct.
Okay, so you know the what continent is Jamaica in?
What continent?
Yeah.
It's in the Caribbean. It's an island.
I took my wife to the Caribbean for a holiday.
Oh, I've been to the Caribbean, yeah.
No, she went of her own accord.
Well...
no.
I went on a cruise.
Hang on.
So did I, Catherine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You are a buzzkill. Here we go. Just be quiet, Kevin.
I
Catherine.
went on a musical cruise to Southeast Asia.
No, I'm doing that joke. I'm setting up that joke. That's my joke.
All right, go on, you do it.
Well, no, you've ruined it now.
No, you go for it.
No,
Kevin hasn't noticed.
You've ruined it now.
Kevin hasn't noticed it.
Kevin hasn't noticed that. Yeah.
It's not fine for the kids.
Okay. So here's.
What about you, Catherine?
Hey, oh God.
I went on a cruise and I went to Antigua, Guadeloupe, and yeah, it was really fantastic.
I'm reminded by Andrew that actually I did go to Africa once, and on safari I shot a zebra in the anus because it's lucky. That's actually true. I did do that. That was the thing. I'd forgotten. Thank you, Andrew. Yes, I shot a zebra in the anus because it was lucky.
Isn't it nice just to get away from the...
It is, Kevin, and it's going to be nice to get away from you. So I went to the Caribbean with my wife.
Oh.
Oh, don't be a dick.
Why?
Do it.
Antigua.
Oh.
I've been there. Someone threw up in the queue at the airport.
Fuck off. Break.
Talk Radio. Talk and entertainment across the nation.
No, I'm actually on your
Radio.
Give it some
I've been
lift.
there.
With the World Cup almost here, Red Driving School wants you. Red has just won the National Driving School Award 2018, and we're offering a special deal to join our team.
Just tuned into the show. The topic seems to be cock milk and having a log.
Driving lessons is rising. Instructor earnings are increasing. It's an open goal. Imagine first-rate training is a
Terrible show.
Work the hours you want.
Lazy
There's
show.
the red team sheet for you. For details, visit reddrivingschool.com.
Cast your mind back and think.
I called it
Were you ever contacted out of the blue for a
No one
pension?
abbreviates cockroaches to cocks. Roaches.
Were you advised to move your work or
So
personal
lazy.
pension into
So
a SIP,
lazy.
self-invested personal pension?
Yes, I was.
You could be due thousands if you were missold. Money Redress are trusted claim specialists in pension and investment mis-selling. They'll manage the whole claim for you on a no payout, no fee basis, so you can't lose. Text WIN to 850.
Your dad's a very bitter man.
So what do you fancy for lunch?
McDonald's? Great taste
He
of
needs to let go of this stuff.
Tex-Mex stack.
What's that then?
Legend has it,
I
there
will
are two beef burgers.
Oh, yeah?
Spicy sauce, crispy nachos, oh, the hot and spicy bun. What do you say, amigo?
I did it to both of them.
Great taste
Got
of
the
America
same
is back at
response.
McDonald's.
No!
Go all out for the kickin' Tex-Mex stack. Crispy nachos, pepper jack cheese, and a
This has
spicy
been good
spaghetti
coming in with
sauce.
nothing.
Around until
I knew we had the second hour sorted, but coming in with
Available from
nothing.
10:30 a.m. subject to
Makes us work a
availability.
bit harder.
Participating restaurants only.
Dead of Night Discourse for disco queens,
I'm related to Jedwood and Dolly Parton.
dairy farmers,
Aye, aye.
and distant fathers.
Yeah, well,
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
on Talk Radio.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you, Jenny. Jenny's just tweeted Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord.
What's that mean?
But I went. Please play the game. Right. I went to see Neil Diamond live in Asia.
Oh, that's a long way.
It's such a tip.
All right, I'll do it. You ready?
No, because you won't do it. You won't do it.
Singapore.
No, he's really wealthy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say no. He's quite good.
No. Oh. Well, anyways, it was
That's
actually
no, I won't have
actually
done it.
Neil Diamond has resigned from pop. He's resigned from being the chief of pop. That's
Is that his official title?
Well, you got
Is that what he's got on his door
you
in
got
his
the
office?
king of rock and roll. You got the
COP.
Yeah, you got the prince of pop.
POP. Yeah.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, the notorious POP.
And you've got Diamond is the chief of pop. Is that what I said before? That's a great title.
The cop.
The cop.
Is it Madonna the queen of pop? Oh, Kylie's a princess of pop.
Yeah. So what we need is a Grand Duke of pop.
Well, that would be surely that would be Bowie, the Duke.
Can we? Okay. I knew
Should we
we
do musical royalty.
Yeah, we're doing music. We're going to do the musical royalty. So let's get this. So we've got down here is the Prince of Pop. Is Jackson, despite the fact that many suspect he was unhealthily he was a
Well,
sexual.
and also he called himself the Prince of Pop, and that's not how aristocracy works.
So his dad is Elvis, the king of rock and roll.
No, his dad was Joe Jackson.
What, the Joe Jackson? No, he wasn't. It wasn't Joe Jackson. What are you talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about.
What, Michael Jackson's dad? Joseph Jackson.
Right, okay. Do you know who Joe Jackson is?
Mr. Jackson.
Okay. This is Joe Jackson, and this is going to prove to you that you don't actually know anything that you claim to know. Ladies and gentlemen, according to my producer and journalist friend, Katherine Boyle, this guy's Michael Jackson's dad. Hang on.
Why is he pretending to be Elvis Costello?
I don't know.
He looks very different from the Joe Jackson I've got in front of me. He looks like he's been left
Oh gosh, Michael Jackson's dad is ginger.
He's not ginger.
Growing up in Slough, and I live in Slough now, very fashionable amongst older Asian gentlemen. I think it's Pakistani more than Indian, but I don't know. I think it's Pakistani. Older Asian gentlemen I guess it's henna their hair, so they go full Prince Harry, like bright ginger hair and ginger beard.
It's on white, because they're dyeing white hair.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, but it's a great look. The full-on ginger hair and beard. Hey, I tell you what, I'm so into Paul McCartney at the moment. Do you want me? I heard I heard the most 80s Paul McCartney I've ever heard in my life today. Do you want to?
I thought I'd heard it.
No.
Most 80s Paul McCartney.
What would you say was the most 80s Paul McCartney? And I'll beat it.
Like something like "The Girl Is Mine" with Michael Jackson.
No. You ain't heard nothing yet. Here we go. I think this is the version.
Oh. Is it with the Miami Sound Machine? Is that Christopher Plummer? He's in everything these days, isn't he?
It's great, isn't it?
Now, I thought the choir earlier on was the most white bread thing I'd ever heard, but that...
I'm obsessed with Paul McCartney now, and this is from the film Give My Regards to Broad Street, which is just... It's incredible. No More Lonely Nights is one of the best Paul McCartney songs of all time. It's a lost classic.
The one I've heard is slower.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the love version. That wasn't meant to be the hit. This was the version that was meant to be the hit. Here we go.
It sounds quite jolly.
Isn't it? I love that film. I hate that film. It's awful. But what's great in that film? What's great?
Make your mind up. Do you love it or hate it?
What's great in the footage from the Give My Regards to Broad Street, 84, 85, 86, is he's going grey.
Yeah.
And by 84 he's quite grey.
He stopped that though, didn't he?
Well, he somehow managed to reverse that. I don't know how. You watch, which I watched for the first time since 1986. Watched it yesterday. You watch the Press to Play video. Terrible song, but it's a great video. It's him on the London Underground, and it's done like Gonzo style. So he just goes on the Underground. And obviously, for Paul McCartney to be on the Underground, you know, it's a big thing for him. But obviously, everyone's just like, "What the hell's Paul McCartney?" In Paul McCartney's voice, and he's very, very grey, very, very grey. And I think he looks great with grey hair. He obviously dyes it, and that's fine. He's a pop star and he dyes it, and that's fine. The suspicion is that it's a wig as well that he's wearing, because it's very lustrous.
Well, the greyer he gets, or when you see him grey, and then you put him next to a picture of his brother, you realise that family resemblance is quite strong.
Yeah, and I love McCartney. The one interview that I'd love to tick off, the only one I've got left on my list, is McCartney. It probably won't happen. I don't want to say never, because I did interview Ringo. I've interviewed everybody else I wanted to. I've interviewed all the Monkees. I've interviewed Andy Partridge. I've interviewed Gene Simmons, because I used to like Gene Simmons.
Mike Love
from the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson I've interviewed thrice, I think. Mike Love. Ray and Dave Davis from the Kinks.
What about Neil Diamond? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that Neil Diamond was... Yeah, that ain't going to happen now. Townsend I'd like. Oh, Daltrey's doing the rounds. Daltrey's got a new album out.
Yeah, and he's been putting his foot in it all over the place, hasn't he?
What's he been saying? Brexit? Is he one of the Brexit boys?
No, saying that the Me Too movement was a load of nonsense, and he didn't know any pop star would ever need to force himself on anyone.
Well, I don't know if you've heard of Gary Glitter.
Yeah,
a guy... he has heard of Gary Glitter, because in about 1996 they did Quadrophenia live at Hyde Park, and in the rehearsal, can't remember which character Gary Glitter played, but in the rehearsal, Gary Glitter does all that, puts his arms out and stuff like that. He smacked Roger Daltrey in the eye. And for the performance, he has to wear an eye patch. Brilliant. Let's go to Jack. Good evening, Jack!
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Hello, Jack. What you got?
Well, Ian, I've been listening to so many brilliant covers through that Bluegrass YouTube link that you sent me. Well, you didn't send me, but you put it out on the radio. The Bluegrass.
The Bluegrass album. The album. That's great. It's great. There's a couple of duds on there, but it's a great. I was listening to that with my boys the other day. It's lovely.
Well, it got me thinking about loads of different cover versions of songs, and obviously you've been playing the great covers of Africa.
Yes.
And I run a choir, and each week we do a quiz.
Yeah.
And I was basically thinking of this new idea of a quiz.
Yes.
I don't know about the name yet, but I was thinking of calling it Version Perversion or Original Version.
I think you should call it Version Perversion, Original Version.
Okay, and I was wondering if you and Kath want to be the first contestants?
Oh, mate, yes! Anything that allows me to humiliate Katherine on national radio. It's only talk radio and DAB, but you get the point. I'm up for that.
Okay, great. So it's called Version Perversion or Original Version.
Drop the or. Drop the or. Just call it Version
okay.
Perversion, Original Version.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Trust me, I work on Good Morning Britain. I know what sells.
Yeah, okay, I've just crossed it out. Okay, so basically I'm going to give you a song title, and you need to say VP, Version Perversion, or OV, Original Version.
Okay, I like the sound of it.
Okay, are you on board, Kath?
No, but I suppose I'm along for the ride now.
She is in a right old sourpuss, spoil sport mood tonight, Jack. I can only apologise.
It's okay. Hopefully this will cheer her up.
I hope so.
Oh, well, we won't. Go on.
Okay, number 1, Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
VP or OV?
OV.
No, well, hang on. What do the letters stand for?
Original version or version perversion?
Version perversion. So we're saying, is it a cover version? What are we doing? Hang on, Jack. What are we saying
And
here?
then I've got another one. And then afterwards, when we've heard it, we can say which version you prefersion.
Okay, well, OV means...
Why don't you shut up?
Original version.
Yeah.
And then VP means it's been perverted. It's version perversion.
So you're saying it's a cover version?
Yeah, and you need to say whether
right,
the
mate,
hit that I'm giving you...
calm down, mate.
hard,
Don't get angry with me, Jack. You're the one that's come up with a cockamamie quiz. Which is a great name for a quiz, by the way.
Kath got it in the first time.
No, well,
Well, what did she... What? So, Michael Jackson did that song first?
Is
that
your answer?
Just stay out of this. Wow. Catherine, if you're watching on YouTube, you've just seen Catherine devouring a muff.
Is it a version perversion or the original?
Well, you've just said it's the original version.
No, you have.
No, I'm saying...
What are you saying?
What did you say?
I'm not telling you.
Because he said you got it right.
No, he didn't. He said, I got it. I got the idea.
Did you say she got it right? I think it's
No, I said that she got the format of the quiz.
Right, I think it's a cover version.
This is a lot more stressful than it should be.
It's a CV. Or as they call it in America, a resume.
Huh? Okay, right. So, Kath, you're saying that MJ had the OV.
MJ OV.
Ian, you're saying that it was VP, Ian.
MJ VP.
Okay, well, Kath, you're correct. It was the original version, obviously.
Right, do the second round and make it snappy, because this quiz is getting right on my tits. The TQIGROMTYC.
Okay, number 2 is...
Wow!
Number 2 is... Twist and Shout by the Beatles.
Oh, VP! I got it first!
We didn't say there was a time thing.
This guy's come up with...
Points.
Okay, you're both correct. That was Version Perversion. It was originally by Chakademus and Pliers. Question number 3 is Tainted Love by Soft Cell.
VP. It was done by Mark Bolan's girlfriend.
You're both correct there. It was by Gloria Jones. It's a soulful cover. It's a soulful version. It's a brilliant version.
It's actually better, yes, you're right.
Yeah, I agree. Number 4, Sacrifice by Elton John.
Sacrifice. You said it wrong. It's sacrifice.
OP.
I think that is a... What? OV.
Yeah, you're both right. It's the original version.
Right, well, she's just copying what I'm saying.
No, you said OP, which means nothing. It's not even in this game.
Number 5 is Torn by... There's 10, by the way. Number 5 is...
OV, because it's identical to the original version, which I think is Dutch or something. Here's the thing.
Sean is Natalie and Brullier. What are you going for, Kath?
PV.
You're saying it's a perverted version?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying PV.
Well, you didn't. But
Oh, what I meant was it's a cover version.
we're supposed to know what you mean now.
You're both right. It was originally by a band.
Yeah, we know.
Fantastic. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we know.
I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
Oh, PV. It was Dolly Parton's. Ian, are you not playing anymore?
I'm not playing because I tell you why. I think this quiz has
Because
been.
you're getting your pants pulled down
he's
in front
not-
of everybody.
These are really easy questions.
Okay,
But you're getting them wrong.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Sex Bomb, I reckon, is PV.
It's a cover version. Yeah. It's a Prince song.
No.
Okay.
I know he did.
Kiss.
He did the original
No,
version.
it wasn't by Kiss. Okay, you got to do some interesting ones like Barry Manilow. I write the songs.
You never wrote them.
IV or PM.
Yeah, but hang on. Sex Bomb by Tom Jones is the original version.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it totally
No,
is.
it's
We're
not.
thinking of Kiss, which was originally by...
No, it's not the original version.
Sex Bomb?
Yeah, you can say it as many.
Moose T?
Yeah.
It's the original version.
Moose T.
So, who's Moose T?
I'm horny. Horny, horny, horny. You remember that one?
Oh, this is a stupid game, Jack. Who
I
did?
think
Right,
Jack is a PV.
listen to he's something. You listen to me. This is a good one. I write the songs by Barry Manilow. OP or PM Dawn.
PV.
I would say that it's probably a perverted version.
Okay, but now we get into the fun bit. Who did the original version?
Was it?
Probably Neil Sedaka.
Incorrect answer.
So what now?
Why are you so?
We go to because Jack's getting on my nerves. Jack's the exact kind of caller I hate. One who makes me look stupid.
It's a shame.
It's a real shame. I won't worry about it.
Just so you know, Cass, you won.
Right, you lost. So who sang the song I came up with first?
Not playing your game.
David Cassidy, written by Bruce Johnson of the Beach Boys. So who's the more interesting out of
You
the
just
two
won
of us,
your
Jack?
own quiz.
Jack, who's the more interesting out of the two of us, me or you?
Well, to be fair, Version Perversion might not have been a hit, but I've got another one that I'm lining up, maybe for next week, and it's called Beach or Beats.
Beach or Beats?
Yeah, it's a lyric game, and you have to say whether it's the Beach Boys or the Beatles.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Oh, go, well, that's easy. Go on, then.
No, he's going to need to prepare because
Well, no,
you're
I need to
complaining.
prepare Beach or Beats.
Well, it's easy.
You're complaining.
I'll do it.
Easy.
I'll do it.
No.
Sorry?
I don't want to play your game.
No, it's his game, but he's not bright enough. Yes?
Suddenly now I'm interesting because it's a game that you think you'll win.
Exactly. You've seen the pattern.
There's a
That's what I deal with
place.
every day.
There's a place where I can go when I feel low and I feel blue.
In my room. The
Sorry?
Beach.
Beach.
Yeah.
Incorrect answer. Kiss it, suck it, wriggle it around. You got it wrong. It was the Mersey Sound. It's the Beatles.
Dumb.
It's the Beatles.
Oh yeah, there's a place by the Beatles.
Yes, mate. So why don't you get knotted?
Wow. There's no need for that. It's uncalled for.
JIAB.
Huh?
His name is Jack.
Is a
I think
bellend?
Correct, Jack. Well done.
Correct answer. You get the point.
At last, he's got something right.
I think you may be a little bit too competitive.
I got you with the Beatles and the Beach Boys, didn't I, mate?
You won your own quiz. Well
and
done.
I could do it again. I could do it again any
You won your own
time.
quiz that you made up that you knew the answer to. So.
I could do it again. He made it up. He came up with it. God, you swallow noisily. You should really be watching this on YouTube because I'm doing so many turns and winks to cameras. I'm doing like two
I
different
thought
shows.
it was
at
a
once.
tick. I was ignoring it.
0344 0344 49. And I know you're doing stuff behind my back, but I don't care. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We are on weeknights until 1 o'clock, and then Paul Ross comes in. Hey, so I was at the BBC Television Centre today. It's not BBC anymore, it's Television Centre. And I was sat there because I got there early because of the piddling rain. So I sat there, reading my book. This very loud, arrogant, camp, boisterous, inappropriate voice, booming in reception.
Did you put our podcast on?
Booming in the reception.
Yes.
We got a rabbit hole going up tonight.
No, tomorrow. It comes out on Thursday.
Yeah, we got a rabbit hole going. Yes, I always worked in. And his voice, and I was like, where's that tosser? TV types are tossers. And he's demanding, you've got to let me in, don't you know who I am? Do you know who it was?
No.
Christo Fufas.
You're kidding me.
Don't you know who I am? Let me in.
Is he giving it the full?
And I didn't recognise him because he's got really long hair now. And I went up to security and went, don't let this man in. I think he might have a suicide bomb on. I didn't say that, but I did say, don't let this man in. He's trouble. Hey, Christo, come and give me a big hug, buddy. Give me a hug.
But don't hold my baby drunk again.
Oh, God. And so we had a hug, and he's all hairy now. And to me, Christo's the guy that, left LBC because he couldn't handle the pace and came and worked here a couple of nights a week. He's, and I said, what are you doing here? Thinking this would be a good chance for me to gloat at how successful I am now. He went, oh, I'm the producer of Loose Women. What the hell? And I literally, I took 2 steps back, I went, what?
Just for people who are not watching, that was 2 steps.
I said, what? I did this one, 2 steps, I went, 1, 2.
He's doing it again.
What? He said, yeah, I'm the producer.
What did you do, what?
What? I'm the producer. I thought, flipping heck. And it just goes to show what I've always said, that anyone can be a producer. You don't need talent.
Oh.
So Christo is on. I don't know when Christo's on this radio station. Does he just do weekends? Is he 2 times a week? Is James Max still on at 1 o'clock? James Max has not got the sack yet. So Maxie.
Maybe you should ask a producer.
Okay, Sam. Can you pull off everyone on the schedule for me, please?
That's not how you get to be a producer.
Could you pull off everyone on the schedule for me, please? I just want to see what that looks like. Could you do that for me, Sam?
He's in for James every weekday morning this week.
Wow, Sam! Finally, they dropped!
It's like my Paul Ross impression.
Oh, there he is!
He's covering for James Max this week, all this week, so he's in at 5.
He's the producer of Loose Women now. He can't hear us. He's the producer of Loose Women now.
I know he is.
When did that happen? When did he get important?
I think
we remember him from LBC when he was a nobody.
As we know, anybody with a bit of chutzpah and a gob can be a producer.
He once held my eldest son when he was a baby.
I was listening in the office, I heard about that, drunk.
He was...
Was that Christo, your son was
Christo
drunk?
was drunk.
Oh, okay.
The baby was... Christo was drunk, right? Well, just waving him around at a wedding. And I said, Christo, I'm just going to ask for my baby back now, please. Never touch him again. It was lovely to... So he's filling in for James all this week.
Yeah, and he does the early breakfast 5 to 7 on Saturday and Sunday mornings, but he's 5 to 6:30 this week. So he's the warm-up man for Julia Hartley-Brewer. Another elevation for him.
Well, no, she's off this week,
and we've got Chris Hollins, winner of Strictly Come Dancing.
Is that who that is?
You and me are the only people, and Kath and Evie, doing the normal job. Everybody else. Jamie East was off on Monday. Steph and Dom were in. That was surreal.
I heard that, yeah.
Got a bit grumpy tonight, Kath. What's the matter with her?
And by the way, thank you, Paul, for knowing the schedule of this radio station. You know what I mean?
He's been sitting in there opposite the rotors.
Yeah,
it's like mum and dad arguing. Happy place, happy place.
Thank you, Paul. We'll see you in a little bit. Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative with Christo Fufas.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A radio star is born.
Well, it's a little bit shaggy.
Hi, I'm Peter Jones. Sage helped me manage one of my first companies when I was 19. Now, Sage Business Cloud helps me manage everything from money to people. It's the platform your business needs to grow and succeed. So, when people ask me, what's the secret of your success? I say it's about making wise choices. It's about being Sage.
Realise your ambition with Sage Business Cloud. Visit sage.com/ambition.
There are good offers, and then there are ultra good offers. And now, whether you're an existing or new Sky TV customer, you can get LG's latest 43-inch Ultra HD TV for just £249. That's even better than half price. All when you get the full Sky Q experience for £32 a month. Be ultra quick though. This offer ends on May 31st. Search Sky Q. £20 setup, kit loaned at no cost. New 18-month contract requires Sky Q, 2TB box, Sky TV and Sky Q multiscreen.
When Freddie Flintoff asked to be the voice of our new campaign, we thought, OK, sure.
Correctly predict all the results of the World Cup, win, lose or draw, and you could win up to £100 million. I'm Freddie Flintoff.
Thanks, that'll be all. The prize is the star, not you. Enter for free at PokerStars, BetStars and PokerStars Casino.
That's it. Unbelievable.
I bless the rain down in Africa.
Why would any rock star need to push themselves for the winner or shared it more than one? T's and C's apply. See BetStars.co.uk for details. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Please play responsibly.
Bruce his ass.
Greetings, Earthlings. We come in peace. We wish to communicate with your leader.
I'm Howard Hughes. Join me this Sunday night from 10 for a trip into the outer limits.
Well, I was about to say, yeah.
Of the psychic, the supernatural, and the simply unexplainable. The unexplainable.
Yeah.
Sunday night from 10.
Well,
Earth time.
I like the music he did with The Who.
I know.
The late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
Yeah, rapping. That's not right. No, yeah, rap. I can't do Roland Rap.
Yeah, rapping.
Yeah, rapping. Yeah, rapping.
I used to have a Roland Rat pencil case.
Is that a euphemism?
Nope.
And now it's more a Telly Savalas. Sorry? Is it? I don't know. Was it a euphemism?
No. It was an actual pencil case set with eraser and pencil sharpener. Pencil.
Do you prefer pencils or pencil sharpeners?
Each does a job.
This is what I bought.
Didn't I give you one of those when you went to the jungle?
No.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I remember which one it was as well.
No, you actually didn't. I'm wearing an eye mask, sleepy mask. It's a bit tight actually. It's pushing my eyes.
Yeah, the other one was better.
You didn't give me one.
That one's extendable. Look, let me give you.
Yeah, I know how it works, mate.
You've got a massive melon.
Thanks. What are these little things? Oh, it's a little thing to keep it in.
It's that ball gag that goes with it.
Ball gag, where's my ball gag?
That's the new game we're going to be playing.
Where's Ian's ball gag? So yeah.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Oh, jeez. So I'm wearing an eye mask.
Anything could happen.
You're doing something. You're doing something. Go away. I nearly did an F word there. What's that? It's the label. What was the film? I saw a film years ago. There was, years ago, in the early 80s, ITV had a season of karate films, right? Which was quite rare. But they were rubbish karate films. They showed Enter the Dragon. And they showed a terrible film called Jaguar Lives. But they also showed a film. I could not work out what this film is, right? So if anyone knows, let me know, because I'd love to see it again. I bet it was awful. It was like an American karate film. And like the big battle was, I think there were like sort of 4 American spies. They were the good guys. And they went to like China.
God.
Well, China, I was going to say Chinatown, then it came out Chinaland. Chinaland is not racist. Is it? And they, they got captured, right? And they said, right, the Chinese said, you're going to fight to the death, right? But with a twist. You're going to wear these eye masks. So they had to wear these eye masks, right? And they were in the arena, and they didn't know who they were fighting, and they had to fight to the death, right? But what they didn't know, don't be a twat. Don't be a twit. What they didn't know was, they were fighting each other, right? Which is stupid, because all you got to do is go, all right, I'm coming. Hey, Dave, is that you? Steve? Take the mask off. Oh, man! Ah!
Listen, if it was a life or death situation, you'd be peeping.
So if anyone knows what that film was, I'd love to probably watch the first 2 minutes of it on YouTube, then get bored and watch something else.
It sounds like it's something that'd be better with an eye mask on.
Let 'em show you how to play my pipe of peace.
God, I don't like where your train of thought took you
my
there.
pipe of peace. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Hang on a minute. Kate Bevan. Why do I know the name Kate Bevan? I know that name. I know that name. Oh, okay. Yes, I know Kate. Yeah. Kate Bevan has suggested that I tweet Africa by Totobot. Right. But
Get this, though.
What?
Drivelcast. This might be old news, but Weezer have just recorded a cover of Africa.
Well, anyway, it's not tweeted me back.
Totobot.
Toto by Africa. Toto. Drivelcast, you're blocked. Hey, I'll tell you what we'll do. And this will take a bit of time. You know, our mate Jeff, who does the animations for Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
He's come up with a brilliant game, Radiopoly. Right, so it's Monopoly but radio.
Yeah.
Although he's put us as like old he's put us as the brown ones that are worth 60
Well,
quid.
I saw the official
Yeah.
final
Has he
version.
bumped
We're
us
like
up?
hotels or something now. He's going to have the radio stations are the places.
Yeah.
And then you can put different valued properties on it.
It's brilliant, right? It's brilliant. And Jeff, if you're listening, tweet it again, and I'll tweet it. You'll be able to get it as a downloadable PDF. Obviously, you can't sell it as a proper Monopoly thing because
Monopoly, like it.
they own it. But they've got Monopoly on Monopoly. But you'll be able to download it, and it's brilliant, really, really funny, really clever. And if you're a radio geek, you're going to dig it. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it over the next 6 months. No, I'll do it this week. I'm going to make radio presenters. Sorry, am I boring you?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I'm about to whip your skirt off metaphorically, a la Bucks Fizz. You say Bucks Fizz 10 times fast while spinning around on a roller coaster whilst doing cocaine in Champagne, and there's a strong chance that the first letters of the words might swap around. And also that's, well, anyway. And I'm going to do a top trumps of radio presenters.
Yeah.
That'll be fun, man, and then we'll play it on the air. Yeah?
Yeah, it could be a bit mean, though, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be. It could be Julia Hartley-Brewer. It could be. It could be. But that's what we'll do. And that's my idea. No one else can do it. If anybody else does it, then they are a liar and a thief and a benchord, and they should be executed at dawn. But I don't think anyone else will do it.
They won't have the patience.
Sam, bless him, Sam's trying. Sam, come on the microphone and tell us what you've thought, and then Catherine, you can shoot him down in flames because it's too mean of me to do it.
Excellent. Okay.
Like Guess Who. Play a radio presenter version of Guess Who. So
go on. Do you want to do it?
No.
No. Yeah.
Tell him why.
Well, he's a millennial. I've got to phrase it carefully. It's a great idea. It's a shit idea. But
Whoa.
well done. There you go. There was a special sandwich.
Who knows what radio presenters look like?
Good point.
Yeah.
There we go.
Although that's reminded me, Rabbit Hole this weekend, we can play Guess Who again.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favourite things
Oh,
to
we've got to do the... Oh, flipping out. Oh, no, we're doing... Okay. It's the TV thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Getting so stressed about that. So stressed. I actually think it's probably one of my worst ideas that I've ever been involved with.
Yeah.
Sorry? Why didn't you tell me that 6 months ago?
Probably is, but let's do it anyway.
Let's do it. There's only... Let's see how many tickets we've got.
I mean, everyone's expecting it to be a disaster, so it will not disappoint.
Yeah, let's see how many tickets we've got, Ian. The show on Sunday, got 11 tickets left. It's not bad.
No.
11 tickets. You want them, you got to come get them, guys.
I wonder if Nigel will actually turn up.
No, he won't. Not after what we read about him on This Facebook page. Right. We've still got time for this. So the Prince of Pop is Jackson. The King of Pop is Elvis.
Right.
Queen of Country.
Oh, hang on.
You say Dolly or Tammy? I'd say Tammy. I'd say Tammy is the Queen of
Dolly.
Country.
What's Tammy done lately?
She's
Dolly's
dead,
still
mate.
going.
I think... Alexa... Alexa, who is the Queen of Country Music? I'll just look for you, Ian. Kitty Wells.
No, she's calling herself that.
No, she's not. The original Queen of Country Music is Kitty Wells. Even Dolly Parton would say so, if she really knows country music. As of today's country music, it will be Carrie Underwood. Let's put... Well, I don't think... Well, is there a Queen of Pop?
Yeah, Madonna.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, the Queen of Pop.
Yeah.
You sure it's not Elton John?
Who's... Oh, I know one.
Yes.
Isn't there one called the High Priestess of Soul? Isn't that
Aretha?
Aretha?
Yeah. Well, we're not doing the church yet. We're doing the royal family.
Okay.
Who's the Princess of Pop? Princess? Wasn't there a pop singer?
Actually, it's Nina Simone.
Wasn't there a pop singer called Princess? What did she sing? There was, wasn't there?
Yes, she sang. It wasn't Take Your Clothes Off, was it?
Sorry?
We don't have to.
No.
She sang.
I've got it. Isn't she a Stock Aitken and Waterman creation? Princess. Pop singer. 1985. Yeah, she's a...
Say I'm your number one. Say I'm your number one.
All right, so Princess of Pop is actually Princess.
No, it's Kylie.
No, mate, no. I'm doing this. This is only filler for the next 4 minutes, and then we're done. I don't think
I thought you might want a bit of to and fro in that case.
Who is the... No, that's the royal family, then. There's no other royal families.
Duke. We put in Bowie, right?
Yeah, the Duke is Bowie. Of course, yeah.
Am I wrong in that... Wasn't Duchess one of the nicknames Keith gives to Mick Jagger?
Yep.
As well as Brenda.
Jagger. So we've got the King of Rock.
First Lady of Soul, that's Aretha.
Oh, will you please?
What?
Goodness sakes.
Just trying to play your game. I've worked out that the rules of your game are Ian's right and everyone else can shut up.
At last. We've only been working together 5 years.
And that's not a game, it's just you.
Sweet
showing
Lord.
off.
Yeah, exactly. Again, yes, that's the flipping act. How come you've only just worked that out?
I can't take you seriously berating me wearing that mask. Especially with the toggle dangling.
Is it? I feel we've run out of steam tonight, and I put that squarely on your shoulders.
Oh, well, never mind.
You're the producer. You should. I've been reading about Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And Lorne Michaels, when he produced it, first 5 years, and then he took a few years off, then he came back. But he would always have. So it's a 90-minute live show, right? He'd always have about 20 minutes of material extra. So if they had to drop a scene, which they did, if someone got ill, which they did because they were all on cocaine, or if, in live performance things go faster. So sometimes or maybe the film doesn't work or something. So that...
I've got a bit I could do.
Okay, away you go. Okay, this is Catherine's extra bit of material.
Okay, what's your favourite biscuit?
That's a sticky one, isn't it? Paul Ross, come in and save this car crash, please.
I've just had a terrible misseeing. I thought you had your hair parted in the middle and greased down, like Cedric from Dennis the Menace or Percy. It looks like you've got a fantastic PG Roadhouse centre party.
It doesn't look like he's getting ready for best.
Oh, wow. You see, you're going to full Noel Coward mode, aren't you? Come in with a silk dressing gown and that on your head as a kind of weird...
Very tempted.
A head merkin. If there is such a thing. Talking of head merkins, on the show today, why Leonardo da Vinci thought that beavers chewed off their own testicles and spat them at hunters. He believed that as a fact. We are puncturing some animal myths from the past, and the only animal on God's green earth, apart from human beings, that exchange goods for sex, it's the penguin.
Is Paul Ross high on something? Does he know that this is going out?
I'm high on life. A brilliant woman. She's the host of Springwatch next week. Lucy Cook is going to join us. She's written a book explaining what we used to believe about animals. It is absolutely fascinating and terrifying in equal measure.
Here's
I've
the
got a
thing-
copy. I'll give it to you if you like.
I love it. I used to believe that pelicans drank blood.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're the symbol of Jesus Christ. Who pluck their
Corpus
own,
Christi College. That's what
right. And they
quote
pluck their
is.
own breast and feed their young with it. You see? She's cheered up now since I've come in. Are you getting a pattern here?
You can have her if you want. I'll have your fella. You can have mine. Here's the thing. You know that monkeys are this is true, are the only other species apart from humans that pay for sex. That when presented with money and taught how to buy things with money, pay for sex.
Well, it sounds like penguins would do it.
Well,
as well.
penguins do it in the wild without tuition.
Fish.
The females, there's an Adelie penguin, and male Adelie penguins are so hormonally charged that they would do it to the corpse of a penguin.
Who wouldn't?
They've been seen to get aroused at the decomposing head of a female penguin. In fact, it's all in the book.
Stop
So it must be
talking
true.
dirty to me, Paul.
So it must be true. And then what happens is, though, when they come along, the female will engage them while plucking plucking rocks, I said that more carefully, plucking rocks from the male's nest to use in their own nest. And that's the recompense.
Oh.
They do it for stones and rocks. And 10,000-year-old cheese found when the Sahara was green on the programme tonight.
Well, if anybody's listening, I've got some rocks.
Okay,
Get your rocks off.
Get your rocks off then.
Paul Ross, I don't really understand anything of what was just said then, but it's
I
got
didn't really get that bloke's quiz about OV and PVB or whatever it was.
No, I didn't
PVC.
I didn't get that either. So to be honest, the calls have been very disappointing tonight. They've really let us. The calls and the production.
You've also got a tag hanging from your.
It's new.
Don't point that out.
It's
Take
new.
yourself very seriously in that.
I've got no proper shade in my. It's very light in my room, and I wake up, so I've got this, and I won't wake up now. It's my theory.
You've been watching 9.5 Weeks again.
Why? I feel like you two are trolling me. Being trolled by a colleague and someone I used to consider a friend.
Wow.
You know, Christo Fufess is a colleague.
Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. Do stay tuned and listen to that. Although I take everything he says with a huge pinch of salt. I don't buy a word of it. And then it's Christo is on at 5 o'clock. Catherine and I will be back this evening at 10 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. Jesus, imagine they stay tuned for the whole thing. Oh, God. Anyway, whatever. Shut up. Bye-bye.
Talk Radio, the 21st century dream team of dialogue.
Oh, thank you.
and discourse.
Talk Radio. Give it some lift. Countdown to Brexit on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times. The clock is ticking as the UK prepares to officially leave the European Union.
Coming in with nothing. I like it.
Nonsense breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer this morning.
Yeah, but I just needed to.
And she'll be joined by Times journalists to discuss the latest Brexit developments.
Oh no, I love that.
Be well informed with debate, analysis and opinion right across the political spectrum. Countdown to Brexit with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
Where was it?
Oh, we forgot to mention about it.